Whoa, I have an intro. It's the second time I've seen it. It looks pretty good. Welcome to Something to Talk About, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. That's right. The points are like the Electoral College. I had a political one, but I've chickened out. It was too dark. All right. Starting off good as usual. Welcome to Geek Gauntlet 8 Gunslingers. That's right. Triple alliteration. GGG. Moving on from that joke, and we're gonna bring on. I have a huge panel for you guys. I think I got 8 people, and I'm just gonna work my way in no order at all. I'm just gonna click people, and I'm gonna start with my Chewbacca, my co-pilot, my former co-host to my Let's Talk About Star Wars, and one of my favorite human beings in the world, Marie Wilson. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Yes. I'm so excited to be here for this.
I'm excited to have you. We have not only a Star Wars character, but we have like the Star Wars character for this one. So
very true.
I'm pumped. All right. Next up, I'm gonna bring out the guy who runs the Pokemon RPG on my channel. One of my best friends since like 8th grade. We have Orson, and I'll be calling him Barrett. Hey, Barrett.
How's it going, everybody? We ready to do this?
I'm ready. You ready to spend 3 hours of trying to hurry? And
yeah, I'm ready to crack that whip. That's what I do.
Crack that whip. Licorice whip. All right. Now I'm going to bring on somebody who I've been doing shows with on this space for a long time. I'll be saying that about 2 other people. Met him years and years ago, back when we used to talk about the Schmodown. His name is Dave. Hey, Dave.
Gunslingers.
Yeah. And let's bring on the other guy who I can use
other?
The other. Yeah, let's bring on another. Let's bring on a White Walker. Yeah. Oh. So, fresh from French Canada, we have Frenchie.
Hey, can't wait to spend 3 hours with you.
Hey, bitch.
We're going to spend the whole time complaining about how long it takes. I think that's the theme of the night.
Frenchie's going to be the only person who gets that joke, but
yep. Dave too.
Yeah. All right, let's not stop. So we got on another person who I love a lot. This is her second Geek Gauntlet. Her audio is much better this time, and we're going to try our best to get her out of her shell. Hey, Jekka.
Hi.
Hey,
there you go. Yeah. Wow, right there. Good energy. How are you doing?
Great.
And she lost it.
I didn't have anything prepared.
You're supposed to answer honestly. You're not.
Were we supposed to have bits prepared?
Yeah.
What is this?
I never have my opening bit prepared. I went with Electoral College.
Yeah, nothing ever prepared, Tycho.
I thought about
one. Literally have worked weeks on these cards.
And yet you forgot to upload them.
No, I forgot to upload the freaking intro. All right. We have all the way from the multiverse of geekdom. He is a Jedi Master. And we're going to have a duel later because I'm technically a Sith Lord. We have Jedi Master Tuck.
Hey, Tuck.
So 45 minutes to an hour. That's what we agreed on, right?
For the duel, or for...
No, I have a friend who's going to be. I have a friend who's going to be on your channel later, and she's like, "Hey, we're apparently going to do it when you guys are done. How long does your show go?" And I was like, "Don't be fucking making those promises. I'm not responsible for how long I'm going to make you late."
It's all good, man. No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. No, we're all good.
We have one more person, but it doesn't look like his stuff's ready. But is this a bit? Seamus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. My camera's just fucked.
Oh, I didn't know if it was a bit or not.
Actually is 3 little blue dots.
Turned into a tiny blue caterpillar.
There we go.
There you go.
Yay.
I bet it's laggy too. Yeah,
a little bit.
You're the guy who knows the most about this stuff, and you're always the one struggling.
Yeah.
Honestly, the internet has a really far distance to go in Texas, so.
That's true.
Yeah. Sorry, I got off work like an hour ago, so I didn't have a lot of time to make sure my setup was working.
Well, you have 3 hours to figure it out. I'm sure by the end you'll be looking great.
For sure.
Yeah, you are. You are lagged, buddy. You might as well just drive up here from Texas. It will be quicker. All right.
Great.
Let's
Yeah, I
get
haven't in a while. Good to see it.
let's moving. So we have the Gunslinger bracket. I am extremely pumped for this. Sometimes it's fun to do your really huge superpowers and your demigods and your gods, but sometimes it's fun just dude in a firearm and who's gonna win the fight. Like I feel like this is way more. It's almost going to be more interesting because instead of looking at a bunch of powers, going to be looking at people who are just. It's going to be slightly. This guy's slightly better or slightly worse. But
Only 2 punchers.
yeah, there is not one 4-armed character. I am
Nothing
sorry,
exciting.
Jacka.
Too few arms. Too few arms in this.
Just 2 punchers. But she's still going to bring up that there's 2 punchers for every character. Okay,
You gotta
I'm
just
gonna
start putting that on the
Gun
cards.
holders.
Yeah, 2 arms. I'm gonna make myself big so we can go over the bracket super quick like. So starting off in this side, mirror image Mark. Been doing this for a while. We got Han Solo from Star Wars, of course, versus Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly and Serenity. Then you got Snake Plissken from Escape from New York versus John McClane from Die Hard. Felicity Shagwell from The Spy Who Shagged Me versus Lana Kane from Archer. Then you got the Lone Ranger from the radio show and serials and movies and literally 90 years of content. And he has no information on us. Not one person has
No actual rules about.
You can't look up his powers and abilities because no one's alive who remembers. And then we got Django Freeman from Django Unchained. Starting, we lost somebody. I know who it is. We lost Katniss. We got Indiana Jones versus Laura Croft. That's our Tomb Raider,
Your treasure hunter
fight.
Yeah.
Then Joel Miller, Rick Grimes. This is my most anticipated fight. It's my Apocalypse Daddy fight. And the Gunslinger from the Gunslinger / Dark Tower, Roland Deschain versus Man with No Name from the Dollars trilogy, Sergio Leone. And this was supposed to be Katniss Everdeen. She's right there by my foot. Versus Legolas from Lord of the Rings. I did do the movie version because, why not?
Because no matter what you do, you're gonna piss off people who follow Lord of the Rings. Like
I only follow the cartoon versions.
I only watched Hobbit, and I thought it was fine. I didn't stop from there. That's it. The Hobbit trilogy was fine. I'm sure there are people like that.
What was the Fifth Army?
What was the Fifth Army? Who do we got? Oh, hey. How's it going? Here for the Apocalypse Daddies.
Nice.
Come for the Apocalypse Daddies. Stay for Laura Croft.
Isn't.
We want to get moving.
Yeah.
And grooving.
Moving and grooving. All right, I'll read the first cards, and it will be Han Solo versus Malcolm Reynolds, and I will ask people to, if they want to volunteer to read cards, because people are already sick of my voice. All right, here we go.
It's my default state of mind.
Oh, I didn't talk rules. We'll make it quick. These are all hypothetical battles that take place in the Roman Colosseum with stone pillars, so there is some things to hide behind. It's going to be really important when it's Joel, because Joel hides behind stuff during his fights. It's a game reference. Moving on. Hypothetical match. We are going to take votes from the Facebook or from the YouTube polls that I did for every fight. Also, every vote in the comments counts. So for the people watching, click like and also comment whenever it comes up. We'll try to write it down. And then we'll do our best. I need at least one other person counting votes other than me, because I'm not always right. And then we will go around the horn and get all of the votes afterwards. I'm looking at Dave. Dave's usually the other smart guy. Brandy's usually my wingman on counting votes.
If you had asked me before, I would have my whiteboard right here ready to do that.
I'm about to take way too long reading like a little bit about Han Solo. So
yeah, I can go grab that then.
Yeah.
I know Han Solo. He's from Star Trek, right?
I saw that joke coming a mile away, bro. All right. We got Han Solo from the Star Trek trilogy.
That's
His
3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say which one.
J.J. Abrams. Oh no! All right. Alias.
We lost 2 viewers from that.
I know. I noticed. Alias is General Solo Cadet 124329, Captain Solo by C-3PO, and also Master Han by C-3PO, who was his Jedi apprentice. That's why he called him Master.
Clearly.
Right.
Height 6'1". Abilities, he is peak human strength. You guys are going to be hearing that a lot today. Agility and durability. He survived a glancing blow from a Wookiee from a Wookiee. Dot. Whatever that dot is. Withstood getting tackled through a metal pole by Chewbacca. Yeesh. Lover's quarrel. And high combat skills, skilled hand-to-hand combatant, master marksman, excellent pilot skills, high intelligence. He's multilingual, a master tactician, and leadership. Equipment, his modified DL-44 heavy blaster pistol. There it is. His known weaknesses, he is cocky and headstrong. Occupation, smuggler, Captain Millennium Falcon, general in the Rebel Line / Rebellion, honorary member of the Bright Tree Tribe. It's hard to say. Member of Beckett's gang, formerly, and the Carida Academy cadet, formerly. And his quote, "Never tell me the odds." I got that voted on. I did a vote on what his
wow.
Saw that.
What were the other options?
Make up your own.
Women always find out.
I know, and that one almost won. And then that's not how the Force works. And
Good one.
something else. I can't remember the other one. And this is what I got for his gift.
Yeah.
Classic, yeah.
What a handsome man.
So cute.
Let's get through Malcolm Reynolds, handsome man. Look at that chisel job.
Good Lord.
Alias Mel, Sir Captain, and Captain Tight Pants. Height, also 6'1", they're the same height. Ability, above average combat intelligence, adaptability, everything can be a weapon if you hit somebody with it. And leadership, ready guys? Peak human strength, broke a man's neck casually. Agility, stamina, and durability, continues to fight after being beaten to a pulp and stabbed through the gut by the operative.
Right there.
Unarmed. Yeah, right there. Got stabbed right here. Casually beats up trained soldiers and beats up the operative, though he gets pretty messed up in that fight. He got stabbed right there. Marksman. He is a very fast draw. And he is a weapon master. Equipment is Moses Brothers Self-Defense Engine Frontier Model B. They had really bad names for guns in their future.
That's just 2 letters.
Yeah, it's just a lot. That's one pistol. They named it. It's a lot of words. His own weakness, he often looks for a fight, which isn't really a weakness in this. I mean, everyone's here for a fight. Yeah, it works there. Occupation, Captain of Serenity and Sergeant in the Independence, formerly. And his quote, "I aim to misbehave." It's one of my favorite quotes ever.
Yeah.
And then this is what we got. Just a good look at his gun there. He just says bang. That's good. And in case I need to get my point across, but I can't later.
Yep. That's my favorite GIF of all time.
My favorite part of that is it could be from any Nathan Fillion show. That could be from The Rookie, and I'd be like, sure.
Or Castle, which I never watched. Let's get Billy's non-existent face out of here. And yeah, who wants to make a pitch? Marie, do you want to pitch Han? Or does Frenchie? You don't have to pitch Han just because you're a Star Wars person. French, you raise your hand.
I'm probably going to be the only one, but I'm going for Malcolm.
Okay, what's your pitch?
Basically, Han Solo is an amazing character itself, right? We all love him. We all know him. But he's always set for himself and I. Number of times he betrays them by accident or leaves and does his own thing. Malcolm is a leader. Malcolm is a team player. Malcolm works with everyone and thinks about everyone as much as he thinks about himself. And he's the type of guy I would want to have in part of my crew. I love Han, but I know he's going to screw me over at some point or time. Malcolm, I do not have that fear.
All right. So leadership. Okay. I'm not sure how much that's going to come into play in a one-on-one fight, but
that's what I was going to say. This is a one-on-one fight in a gauntlet. Like, how is that going to help him?
The one-on-one fight. I know if I go against Malcolm, I'm still against his team somehow, one form or another. He comes from his team.
Remember, we're not trying to bring in his. Remember, it's a one-on-one in a Coliseum. All right. I know. I feel like you're playing a different game already. I liked your tenacity, though.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
it was good. That's. I mean, I thought me or Barrett were gonna pitch Malcolm. You're not alone when it comes to Mel.
Yeah, no.
No. Does anyone want to pitch Han, or should I?
It's gonna be hard for me to.
I'll pitch Han.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
One of the best things about Han is that when things go south, somehow things work out for him. And
he's got luck like crazy.
Yes, his luck is insane. And like all these crazy situations happen and he's always able to get out of it. Sometimes by smooth talking, and it doesn't matter who he's smooth talking. Like he can smooth talk anyone. So I don't know, but going against Mal.
So his cunning is what you're putting things on here. His cunning.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get over to the polls. And what?
I just thought of a kind of a thing that.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Good.
It goes into that with what she just said. Han smooth talks people, and Mal, despite his best efforts, he wants to believe the best in people.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
John,
all right,
John Anderson, how dare you?
Before we bring up John Anderson, I'm going to say Han Solo with 28 votes. 28 votes, he got 71% against Mel's 29.
Is that not just Star Wars is more popular than Firefly?
I think most likely is.
No,
because
no, it's not.
I would say
true representation of the. That is a true representation of the country's feelings.
Okay, well, either way. Han's getting one vote thanks to that, and let's go with all right, I've been waiting Han Solo since he was mad. He literally messaged like, dude, what was up with that poll? Like, do they just not know who he is?
Not surprising. I'd like to point out
is this a vote for Captain Tight Pants, Amy, or is this just saying you love me some tight pants?
I mean,
which one is Captain Tight Pants? Because their pants were both quite tight.
Specifically,
according to the alias, Mel's alias is Captain Tight Pants.
There's a big difference between the weapons they use. I want to point that out.
Okay. One's bullets and one's lasers?
Yeah, except the bullets run out. The lasers are much, much more, like, you can shoot a lot more times with that gun.
Okay, so you're talking ammo.
Yep, I'm talking longevity in a fight.
I don't think that's really a factor here. I think most of these showdowns
you only need one bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because there's barriers and pillars and stuff that you can hide behind. Mal does not fight without cover.
I don't know. Sometimes he just goes bam and then.
Well, yeah. But then if we're talking about reflexes and that's the only factor here, is that what we're saying?
Han also is only used to fighting stormtroopers who couldn't hit the broadside of a Death Star.
Bounty hunters. He's killed plenty of bounty hunters.
I thought we were just talking movies. I haven't seen any of that in the movies.
He killed Greedo.
Ooh. He shot first until he didn't.
Yeah, but that's not like a quick draw. That's a very slow, drawn-out draw.
He killed Boba Fett while he was blind.
Yeah, accidentally.
That's the Force.
Right.
I don't know.
He did it.
How the Force works.
Oh, so now he has the Force, so that's not good.
Everyone has the Force. Did you not see Rise of Skywalker? That's what it was all about. We all have the Force.
I don't want to talk about that.
Mel will hit, so it don't matter. John's gonna get mad if we don't vote for Mel. John, I'm assuming you're putting your vote to Malcolm Reynolds.
Just so we're clear,
I would think so.
It's just you have to just put the name of the person you're voting for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a vote for blank or just the name. Yeah.
You don't need to put the name down. Like you just tell me when.
Right.
Oh yeah, no. You asked me to also keep score, so like.
Oh yeah. I usually try to tell the chat to be pretty clear, so I haven't said that yet. So please, if you're just arguing for somebody, I will not interpret that as you voting for them. So please say my vote is for this person. I think this person, whatever synonyms. but please tell me who.
So one thing we do know is that Mal will not wait and ask questions. He'll just walk in and shoot if he thinks it's a dangerous situation.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's been briefed that this other person is definitely going to try to kill him, he'll just walk in and shoot.
Now, Han used to be like that, but he got retconned away from shooting first. So
that's true. Right. What canon are we talking about?
That's not his
talking
fault.
about.
That's not fair to him.
Shot second. Burrito got the shot off first.
Wow.
But he also then has lightning reflexes.
Yeah.
Or Greedo's
but he
bad
shot
shot
Beckett first.
He
shot Beckett first.
They moved him.
Does that count?
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Is that some Han Solo movie stuff?
The Beckett.
It's the Han Solo movie, yeah.
Killing Beckett, I think, is Han's most accomplished and his biggest accomplishment that we can have. Mal, like, I just think, bring up his card again, like him casually fighting people. If it ever got to the point where he was in close combat,
if it was throwing fists,
if he was ever able to throw fists, Han doesn't stand a chance.
No.
I do want to move on, but I'm going to make my final pitch towards Mel. Go back and watch Serenity. His fight against the operative is down and dirty and gritty. His eye is like bloodied afterwards. He literally gets stabbed through. He gets like his nerve.
Yeah, but did he fight a Wookiee?
He does not give up.
Did he fight a Wookiee?
Yeah, I think the operative could fight a Wookiee. Like he fought one of the greatest like assassins working for the government that's the size of a galaxy. Like he fought the operative and he wins somehow. But the fact is that you're gonna have to kill him. You could break everything. He's still gonna be like, And also, dude had a katana and Mel had a screwdriver and he won.
Han got stabbed and he died. Mal got stabbed and he's still alive. That's all I got to say.
Oh man,
that's too soon.
Spoiler.
Guy has a point.
Before we call votes, do you got anything you want to say? You don't have to. You haven't had a chance to. Seamus?
Oh, sorry. No, I don't have anything to add. Sorry.
Okay, that's cool. You didn't have your chance because you were gone, so I wanted to just throw that out there. Okay, is everybody decided?
I am. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Dave, bringing facts. You're making friends, Dave.
What?
All right. So far, I got 2 Mals in the chat. Excuse me, both Amy and John. There are more people watching, so if you have a vote. If you don't, whatever. But click like. And then I got 1 from the poll, so I'm at 1 for Han, 2 for Mel. I'm going to start us off. I'm going Mel, strictly from the endurance. I think that they both put out a lot of the same skills, and not endurance, sorry, it's durability. They both put out a lot of the same skills, a lot of the same deadliness, but Mel's going to get shot a couple times and keep going, and I think that it could be very close, but I think it's the fact that he is really hard to kill is what's going to go out for Malcolm Reynolds.
Oh, you got another vote for Han in the chat.
Ooh, Jamie Lee going Han. So my vote is
let's go, Jamie.
Mel. Marie, tell me why I'm wrong.
Well, unfortunately, the reason why I was hesitant to pitch for Han is because I am totally going Mal. I just think he's really gritty and I just feel like he could take Han.
He's just so handsome.
Look at that chisel jaw. We're just too pretty. That's a quote. Did anyone else watch the entire season of Firefly in 2 days to get ready for this?
I only watched.
I was already watching it. I had that.
I watched a movie.
Yeah, well, that's a good way. That has the fight in it. Yeah.
I watched it 12 years ago.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty close.
I own it.
Yeah. Barrett, I think I know where you're going, but where are you going?
Yes. If they don't start in cover, it's Mal. If Han starts in cover, I think he'd be pretty hard to take out for somebody with limited ammo. So.
Yeah, but is Mel? All right. This is an argument. This is your vote. Sorry.
Yeah, my vote is
for?
My vote is Mal. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are currently all right. Jekka, do you know where you're headed?
Yeah. I just have a soft spot for scruffy-looking nerf herders, and ladies love a scoundrel, so I gotta go Han.
I really thought you were gonna swerve and vote Mal.
And
nobody calls Han Solo a bitch. Frenchie, where are you headed?
I'm going for Malcolm. Han can't talk his way out of this. He actually has to fight, and I don't see him beating Malcolm. I'm sorry.
Level of disrespect.
John just she can vote for Han, dude. It's okay. Don't shame people for voting. I want people to vote. There are children, and there are probably not children watching.
Hopefully not.
I'm at.
What about adult children?
I'm at 6-3.
Yes.
What do you got,
That's all of
Dave?
us.
6-3.
Yep.
6
cool.
to
What do you
3.
got then? What's your vote?
And now we're at 7-3 because I'm also voting
There you go.
for Mal.
Oh,
Because I'm on the right side of history.
The polls could not be more different. This is like 2016 all over again.
Might be the losing side. Not convinced it's the wrong side.
Jedi Master, are you going to vote against Star Wars? What are we doing?
no, I am not. I am going with Han Solo all the way. Of course. I will absolutely be the biased one here.
He'll die on this
Oh,
hill.
Double D with the Hamilton reference. What did I miss? We're currently doing our Han Solo versus Malcolm Reynolds from Firefly / Serenity. You missed the whole argument for that. Go ahead and vote if you want.
Everyone's voting Han, so you should just do what everybody's doing.
Not everyone's voting. Shay Miss. What did you miss?
Yeah, you stole my line. I was going to say, although no one calls Han Solo a bitch, I'm voting for Malcolm.
Sorry for the fanboy steal.
I think it's a landslide victory.
Wasn't upset.
I mean, only the internet's upset.
Yeah. Well, here's that. I'm very happy. I just think statistically,
Malcolm,
I think Han.
that is all you need to know.
Oh, yeah, if you
Vegas
expanded the voter base, we would be absolutely decimated.
Yeah,
and we'd still be Malcolm fans because Malcolm is an underdog.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. You kind of forget when you haven't watched that show how almost every single character is so good and so dynamic and like Mel's not even my favorite character on the show and he's one of my favorite characters ever.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
when I mean they even made freaking that Baldwin Jane, that actor, they made him likable. Like Adam Baldwin. You got to try pretty hard. All right. It looks like we are going Mel because we are 8-4.
That's what I got.
You got 8-4?
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
Well, sorry, on.
It's cool. Harrison Ford.
Travesty.
Harrison Ford is not out of the tournament.
Mal was not prepared to
thing.
play in the second round.
True.
Yeah, he has to think about what we have coming up. Like, I kind of sent Malcolm Reynolds and Han into a really hard fight. But now we got Malcolm moved on, and now we're getting into the shit. Because we got Snake Plissken versus John McClane. So, for John McClane, I'm going to say it now before we get to his card, and we're going to do Snake's card first. But I went with, because I do have to choose weapons specifically, I went with the weapons he uses in the first Die Hard, just because it's the most iconic. The first one's the most iconic movie. Yeah. So I did give him his weapons from that, which we'll, of course, get to. And then I gave Snake his weapons from Escape from New York. Again, because we literally just see them straight out. Like, we know what they are.
Yeah.
And, he's got a scope on a silencer. Like, how are we not going to talk about
I can quietly kill a man from a football field away.
With a lot of bullets. Look at this. Was originally a Mac 10. Like, what did he do?
So
okay.
crazy.
Does anyone want to give me a break and read? You can say no.
No.
I'm dyslexic.
I can read.
And Billy's got it.
I can read.
All right. Thank you, Barrett.
You got it.
There you go.
All right, Snake Plissken, alias Snake, height 5'10", abilities peak conditioning, including high physical strength, endurance, durability. Took a massive beating, being shot with a crowbar, and still managed to drive and escape. And stamina, excellent hand-to-hand combat skills, weapon mastery, and skilled marksman. Plural, even. Urban warfare, stealth mastery, and expert spy. Equipment, MAC-10 fitted with a rifle scope that is mounted onto a sound suppressor. Smith & Wesson Model 67. Known weaknesses, missing left eye. But does he really miss it? I don't think so. Occupation, U.S. Special Forces officer, formerly, and bank robber. Quote, call me Snake.
Other quote, Snake! Snake! Oh, sorry, wrong Snake. Wrong Snake. Then we get a good look at his handgun. That's the best we can with Donald Pleasance there as the president. And the scope on the silencer. And then just all of his other stuff. I didn't write all his other. I just gave him his guns, which he has ninja stars too. I just don't think they're gonna come
Those
up.
are
Fight. And this is the
made
awesome
of
gift.
tinfoil, as far as I can tell.
I mean, tinfoil throws well, right? I don't know. Just gotta ball it up and be less useful. But...
They cut that scene out of the movie where he balls up the ninja stars and throws them.
I did have a gift, but it didn't work because it was from the wrong format. But it was just him being super sexy smoking. Because for no other reason. Yeah,
so
I'm
it was
sorry,
Kurt
guys.
Russell today.
It was just Kurt Russell being,
Kurt Russell is always smoking. Joke's on you.
Ooh, I would smoke Kurt Russell. All right, you ready for John McClane?
Yeah. All right, John McClane, alias Mr. Cowboy.
Also, I do like that this... Oh, and then you got it wrong, and then she said sorry. Both of you guys are wrong, but she has at least spelled it wrong, but sounded right. It's all good. Go ahead.
He's a veteran, goddammit.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
He's a veteran, damn it.
Height 5'11". He's not though.
No, he's a
Oh.
John
McClane is, but
John McCain is. All right, moving on.
all right. Abilities: athletic and above average strength, agility, and durability. Regularly survives high falls, car crashes, and massive explosions. Took bullets from Carl's pistol that could easily penetrate thick steel doors, and was still able to run around and fight at full power. High intelligence and charisma, capable of fooling highly trained terrorists. Often improvises strategies in the heat of the battle. Marksmanship, hand-to-hand combat, and knowledge in explosives. Wields bazookas. Expert in law enforcement, stealth, and investigation. Equipment: Beretta 92F and Heckler & Koch HK94. Let's see. Known weakness: he relies mostly on his luck to survive. Occupation: NYPD detective lieutenant. Quote: yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was really hard not to go with that quote.
Or have a few laughs.
Well, that was the other really good one. Or you could go with the TV version, hippie by day, mother trucker, right?
Bumper sticker of that.
Hippie by day.
Hell yeah.
That's good. All right, so let's take a look at his handgun, and then of course take a look at his cock. It's cock HK94. I do like that both of them got pistols and both of them got fully automatic submachine guns. Like,
he looks very professional the way he handles his cock.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I did originally have two gifs of one gif of one smoking, one gif of the other one, but I lost the other guy smoking, so I just got him smoking. I tried to make it a thing.
It's a great shot, though.
Where's the mask?
So cool.
All right. Who wants to pitch? Don't make me pitch for Kurt Russell. Don't make me do it. I'm gonna get too worked up. I'm
gonna pitch for John McClane.
All right.
Okay.
Wait. Let's talk about votes really quick. We had 25 votes on this poll. Excuse me, and we had 64% to Snake Plissken, with 36 to John McClane.
Oh wow!
So Snake wins, but also we already have a vote with a couple corrections in the chat. So we are currently 1-1. All right, Barrett, make me proud.
All right. So, I mean, it really comes down to McClane is hard to kill. Good luck, dude. Like
He's hard to die.
you can put what was that?
He's hard to die.
He's hard to die. Yes, exactly. It's in the name.
Oh, like the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
Oh.
I mean, and he's
Well,
not deterred by things like walking through glass and like he's just gonna do it, man. You can't convince him that he can't do something.
Mhm.
He's your classic action hero. So many people are based off of this guy, and it's great. And he's good at what he does too. It's not like he's a bad shot or anything. And if it does come down to hand, he's going to get the crap kicked out of him, and he's going to win. He fights guys twice his size. So that's my pitch.
All right. It was distracted. I heard it though. Good job. We got another vote for it. You convinced somebody, not a typo. We got Trask. Trask is actually famous for inventing the Sentinels. So thanks for doing that, Trask.
Appreciate it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Peter Dinklage.
All right. Do we have a pitch for Snake Plissken other than me? I will. I don't care.
I don't know.
He's a former Special Forces agent turned bank robber. And instead of sending in when the president is lost in the entire city of New York, instead of sending in somebody like, who works for the government, they're like, dude, we have Snake Plissken. We kind of should use him. So they used a bank robber because he was more qualified than the entire rest of the government forces to go in and get Donald frickin' Pleasance. And look at him. Look at this guy. You gonna vote against that hair? Are you? You gonna vote against that jawline? You gonna vote against that? Yeah.
I would never vote against that hair.
Not only is it un-American, but it's un-Canadian.
Can I ask, though, a question? I am less familiar with the Snake Plissken of it all.
Yep.
So may I ask some questions?
I will state, Frenchie voted in the private chat for John. I am writing that down now.
Okay.
So we don't count him twice.
Does depth perception come into this?
Because
Kurt Russell cannot one eye.
I don't like talking
guns with one eye.
Yes, but I also am blind in one eye, and I have horrible depth perception. I have horrible hand-eye coordination. But he doesn't. He's just a better guy than I am.
So he's just magic, we were saying?
Well, no, that's what the scope on the automatic pistol is.
Right.
It's to make up for the lack of an eye.
It's not for shooting
Everything
distance.
else when he's not shooting a gun.
Can John
Perception is very
McClane
important.
just sneak up from the left side and get it?
He just doesn't even know he's there.
Stuck right up on.
John
took
McClane
out
would
the
think of
entire
that. That's the
Nakatomi
thing.
Tower of terrorists and destroyed through them all. Yeah.
I actually, despite being less familiar with Snake Plissken, I actually think John McClane. I can't see him winning this fight because the whole point of John McClane is that he's just. That's the
good.
thing
Nothing.
about him. It is just a man who gets beat up and keeps pushing through. His determinality, not his determinality, that's not a word.
Determination?
His determination, thank you, is
Man, you've
what
got a great
gets him
determinality.
through. He's got great determinality.
It's the new finish move in the next
Right.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
The determinality.
Drives him through
Sorry.
the whole of that movie. From everything I am aware of Snake Plissken, this man is just a cartoon character brought to life, essentially.
You
He
know
just
what?
gets beat up.
One more word.
I'm on your side, Snake. I'm sorry. And I always go with, I believe that, the reality of the movies are the reality that those characters inhibit. And, just a guy versus someone who I perceive as having cartoon logic on their side, I'm going to go with cartoon logic every time.
Seamus, what do you got? You got anything? I know you like Die Hard.
I heard him say that the appeal of John McClane, or like the hook of John McClane, is that he's just a guy. Well, he was just a guy until the events of the Nakatomi Plaza. That's what pushed him over the edge and made him John McClane, the John McClane we all know and love.
It's true.
He went to the coast, had a few
And look what he
laughs,
did for the
killed
love
Hans
of
Gruber.
an ex.
But not only
That was his
the
ex.
skill.
But yeah, that's really all I've got.
Well,
I've
yeah,
seen
that's
the Escape from New York and LA movies, but not for a long time.
And
And
I
I
mean,
just
let's
remembered
be
really,
honest. The villain. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go on.
I was just gonna say the villain he has to go against is way more formidable than what he has to go
You're
against.
talking about Hans Gruber?
Yeah, well, Hans Gruber and the terrorist in general.
I
Yeah.
take issue with the
outnumbered.
fact that they're called terrorists. Who said they were
Well,
terrorists?
right.
They were bank robbers.
It's true.
Great point. Great point.
Is anyone undecided?
So
No.
then you would say that John McClane's very good at defeating
Say hi.
bank robbers.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was waiting for somebody.
Tough card. Jack,
I
that's
had the
Wow.
argument, but it was against Snake, so I didn't say it. I was like, ah.
Wow,
Wow.
that's great.
There you
I'll
go.
throw my hands up in the air
Wow.
right now. I'm
how did
done.
I not think of that?
Damn.
Right now we have three, thanks to the votes in the chat, we are 3-1. John versus Snake. Who wants to start? And then we'll go whatever wise this way is.
Does Lou think that John McClane's character's name is Die Hard?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Yes.
I'll start. Jack has swayed me. John McClane.
By the way, the rest of the people in the chat, please, if you want to vote now. Oh, and we got Snake.
Wow.
And Dave started off the votes, and he voted John.
John McClane.
Seamus, where are you headed?
I'm voting for Snake Plissken.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see
A
that
swerve.
coming. Yeah, really. Snake in the grass, huh?
Oh.
Ooh.
What was that? What?
I'm voting Snake to be different. Oh, yeah, that is different.
Okay.
He started typing that before he saw what John said. Wow, we just tied that up quick.
Yeah. I was like, not to be different at all. That's,
Yeah.
that's
All right,
a game-changing vote.
I'll vote, and I'm going Snake, not because I'm a John Carpenter freak, but I don't have any other reasons. So I guess because I love those movies. It's so hard to vote against a John Carpenter movie and against Kurt Russell, but also John fights his way through Nakatomi Plaza. Snake fights his way through New York, and he goes through a lot of crap, and
New York is bigger.
he gets through a lot. Yeah, New York is. I looked it up, guys. Significantly bigger than Nakatomi Plaza. It's weird. So my vote is Snake.
Called out.
Yeah, and we got one more John in the comments. Ooh.
McClane.
He was voted. To be clear, he's voting for John Anderson.
Oh yeah. In
I
the
don't know. I
front
think
row
a rivalry
is
is
actually
developing.
it's hard to say,
Jamie.
but that's
They.
actually Jamie Lee. That is a
They.
female.
Okay.
Or just say they. Stop
Yeah.
assuming pronouns. Even
That was real bad. Sorry.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I read John and I just said he. I don't know.
And I should read before I put John Anderson's up sometimes, but I didn't. Dave gave a poetic explanation of how John Carpenter's camp has the power, and he flinched. Yeah,
You know
I
what?
said
When
cop out.
it's not flinching when you're faced with a good argument.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's just losing. Marie, that ain't flinching. That's just losing.
Yeah.
Marie, what do you got? Sorry.
I am actually struggling with this one.
Do you want us to go around you?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't
We'll
know
work
where
our
we're
way back.
at, so
No. Frenchie vote for Frenchie vote now, and then we'll see if Marie's ready because we did go past you.
we're
So we.
still on,
Oh, you already voted.
Yeah, he already voted.
Yeah, you already voted John
He
McClane.
voted for Die Hard.
Yeah, just the whole
Die
movie.
Hard.
So I have Snake, John, and then Die Hard is the third one.
Oh, write-in candidate.
Yeah, write-in candidate. Barrett, do you know where you're going?
Yeah, so anybody who's done this kind of thing with me before knows that I really think about training and the background of the character, and Snake has he's seen some shit.
He's literally
Only half of it, though.
The
He's
top.
guy.
He only saw half of it.
Well,
we
he
should
had
have
another
that
eye
shit.
at some point.
Yeah. Well, he worked his way up to the top of the special forces, so he worked his way up through the government, and then he became a high-level bank robber, so then he worked his way up through the underworld, too.
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
I've seen some shit.
he's just looking for challenges at this point.
Yeah.
Dude's not losing.
He's just
It's
flexing.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I guess I should save the president. It's one more reason to get laid. I save the president, ladies. That's talking for Snake. He's a womanizer. I'm not. I'm too heavy. John, where are you headed?
Good cover, bud.
This one's honestly tougher than I thought, but I think in the end I'm going with John. Yeah, I'm going with McClane.
Oh
I think
This is
God,
way
we are-
tighter than I thought it would be.
This is
Yeah, it is. No, it is.
fine.
We got another snake in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, we did? Oh,
Snake in the
good.
Snake in the chat.
Snake in the grass.
You little snake in the grass,
Snake in
grass
New York.
bastard. Snake Plissken. I was. I don't know who Rob is. Somebody's gonna say hello. It was Jekka. All right, so that means that we won't have a tie after Marie and Jekka vote unless somebody else goes up. So.
I didn't vote yet.
Yeah, I know. It was gonna be you next, and then Marie last. Because we started Dave, so you were last, and then she skipped.
I know. I've been waiting.
Go.
I've only seen Die Hard, so and I only watched it like 2 years ago. So John McClane.
John McCain.
Yeah,
It would have been really fun.
Okay.
me
I got
and
Thumbs
7-7.
up for John McClane.
Me and Seamus for old defunct YouTube channel did a drinking game review for Die Hard, and we were plastered. We took a drink. I think we both finished a 12-pack through one movie, and yeah, we were trash. Die Hard isn't a movie. Oh, I should read this first. About how John McClane triumphed. It's about how German engineering does not have good tolerance against. All right. Marie, you literally, it 100% goes to you. You're a tiebreaker. We are at 7-7, unless somebody else pokes into the chat. And for everybody in the chat, if you have not clicked like on this channel, please, or on this video, please do.
So
It really comes down to if you like eyes or not.
Yeah.
Or Christmas.
So I think my vote would go down to the fact that John McClane wants to do good and Snake Plissken wants a challenge. And I think in this case, the battle being a Colosseum battle, that's a challenge. So Snake.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Whew. All right. Yeah. Oh, sexy beast. All right.
Yeah,
Snake.
you're right. I think wanting
That's-
to do good things is an inhibition.
I like how much we've been talking about, like, other than combat qualities so far in this game. This is cool. No, I like it. I'm not.
Man
I'm not,
shoot gun good.
I'm not being
That's all I'm
sarcastic.
qualified in.
Guy with gun versus guy with gun. Does he have leadership skills?
Yeah,
What's
we have
his
to get into
motivation?
some other
Let's
stuff.
talk
What's his
about
hair
it.
like?
Right.
Yeah. But also, when it comes to eyes, it's quality over quantity, and Kurt Russell's eye is nicer than Bruce Willis's eyes.
2 for
Snake
1.
That's a
Plissken
lie.
moves.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's a good one.
Jacka has spoken.
What did she say?
She said you lied. It's
That is a lie.
That is a lie. It's not
2
quality
eyes,
over quantity.
just like 4 punchers, are better than 1 eye.
You're all about the numbers. All right.
Quantity over
Math.
quality.
Who wants to jump into our really, really
That's not the
awesome fight? I just love this. I had to do it. The lifts up his legs. I didn't have a lot of
Very
combat
you.
stuff for her. I had to just have her dance.
That's the same move, Mark, that you used to pull on me when we danced back in the day. Yeah.
I slid up your leg.
Mm-hmm. Legs off the ground completely. You never wanted to
be.
be touching the ground.
That sounds great.
I
What
got
are you
pictures.
doing to me right now?
What is this?
Everyone's gonna see my sweat, my pit stains. Who wants to read for
with sweat stains.
Felicity, Shagwell, and Lana Kane, my awesome ladies?
BRB, not me.
Not Barrett. I will if no one else will. Jekka, did you just agree?
I did.
Oh wow! All right, here we go. Felicity. They're short
Gross.
ones.
Felicity Shagwell, alias Agent Shagwell, height 5'7", gross. Abilities, expert spy, martial artist, fights dirty, markswoman, and skilled in leadership, driving and seduction, seducing fat bastard for information. Enhanced physical durability, survives sex under fat bastard.
It checks out. You have to be durable to do that.
Equipment, Smith & Wesson Model 19. Known weakness, none. Known. Occupation, CIA agent, quote, Shagwell by name, shag very well by reputation.
I love that quote. All right. And for Lana!
What? Lana Kane, alias Agent Kane. Lana! And spray and pray. Height, 5'8", gross. Abilities, expert spy, hand-to-hand combat, Krav Maga, and markswoman, can spell her name with bullets. Master at stealth, infiltration, and sniper rifles. Strong-willed, didn't back down when Mallory held a gun to her head.
Krav Maga, the Dane Cook of martial arts.
That's a read.
That's good.
Equipment, 2 Tech 9s and shoulder holsters she refers to as the twins. The Tech 9 is a 9mm semi-automatic machine pistol that appears to have been modified, probably by Dr. Krieger, to be able to use to also fire in fully automatic mode. Known weaknesses: can lose temper when under pressure. She tends to fire weapons until they are empty. And also Stir Friday.
Yeah,
Occupation, IA agent, ISIS agent, formerly in Figus Agency investigator / agent, formerly. Quote, nope.
Nope. And this is what I mean by can spell her name, which I love this. Oh, it doesn't show it. Oh, I got the wrong clip up. She spelled an L with it. But she. Yeah.
Oh, it's just an L, not the full name?
Well, you know, she ran out. She could probably. If you could do an L in cursive, you could do the A and the N and the A.
That's 3 extra letters.
Yeah. And 2 of them are the same.
These are hypotheticals. I don't know.
I trust Jacka. She knows numbers.
Yeah.
These are letters, dog.
Punchers, eyes.
Sorry,
Somebody be in charge.
Look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody other than me do something. Do something.
Right. Okay,
guys.
who's gonna pitch for Lana?
No, I was getting at the poll, and then I got distracted. I could yell that in the text.
Well, you're a bad.
You're not. Well, that's what it
I
was.
don't
It was being a bad husband.
I'll pitch
All right.
Lana.
But the poll, so to start us off, and then Seamus can pitch. Lana Kane with 24 votes. Lana wins 63 to 38. You can see who I voted for. I voted for Felicity. But Lana gets a vote.
Taco knows that I won't be shy about pissing on the parade, but I feel like there's a match that's completely one-sided. I feel like this is one of those matches. I feel like Lana would completely annihilate Shagwell before she knew what hit her. In the Austin Powers movie, in which she like co-stars in, mind you, it's only 1 out of the 3. She doesn't make it to the next movie, and she isn't in the first movie. She's in one movie, and then that's it. And if she was,
say what happens to her?
What's that?
They did in a deleted scene, so we don't know why she's not in the third one.
Regardless,
she was supposed to be. Yeah.
There really wasn't much she did in the movie that she was in that was very impressive.
Except be hot.
I mean,
and that won't really bring anything to the arena. So
I think for Lana,
she has dancing skills. She can dance.
Yeah, and the other one has shooting skills. She can shoot.
She can shoot too. Presumably, we don't see a lot of combat in the movie.
I don't know if this counts or not, but the one thing that stuck out to me is Shagwell has no known weaknesses.
I couldn't find any.
No.
Yeah,
That's
I
right,
was gonna
so-
go with she would do anything to get the job done, but that seems like a good thing. Like, I would put
I
that
think,
on her
guys,
resume.
this is probably the easiest matchup
And
we
it's
have.
seducing.
Who
fat
has a
bastards
pitch for
really
Felicity?
like a attribute.
If no one's gonna pitch Felicity, I will.
You'd better, because
All right. For one, when she does fire the gun, which she should have a lot of kickback because it is a freaking big old Smith Wesson revolver, she fires it with like no kickback. It might be bad acting, but since we're not using that as a thing, she is just strong enough that she can just fire this huge revolver with it while she's driving in a scene, and it doesn't because there's a car behind her and she's looking back and shooting at them, and she's apparently handles it a lot. She's a trained CIA agent. So was Lana. I feel like just because we don't see it doesn't mean that it's not there, and we do see her go through some stuff. I don't know. I think you guys are sleeping on Felicity. She could handle being underneath a guy who weighs a metric ton.
We're not talking about like
her durability.
Getting shot.
If she can handle being under somebody who weighs a metric ton, she can handle getting shot by a Tech 9.
Lana's a trained assassin. She is a badass. She has multiple weapon skills. She tolerates Archer's bullshit. Like
all the time.
And let's be honest,
all that combined versus the girl from this is a no-win scenario for her.
Yeah,
she survived sex with Cyril Figgis.
I would
love,
I would love for Felicity to win this one, but I think Lana would.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Destroy her.
All right. Well, Amy's starting us off in the comments. Lana Kane and Trask. Was this a vote for Shagwell, or are you just saying, well, she shags well, guys? What's up? And also, moving on, we are at 3-0 as of right now. And oh my God, I don't even think you guys need a vote.
No,
I know.
Well, to be fair, I feel like, there's 7 votes for Lana here, and maybe you're voting for Felicity.
Okay, she does not know Tech 9. She has 2 Tech 9. She does not know the amazing hip-hop artist known as Tech 9.
You cannot deny that.
That's really funny. She knows Tech 9? Love her. No, she has to.
It technically counts as a vote. You did
say
she's got my vote.
That's literally, yeah.
Oof.
Should we just save a lot of time and do this one by vote of hands?
Yeah.
I think that one seems easier.
I was going to make a big hands joke.
Lana does have sausage fingers. All right, so voting, raise your hand if you are voting for Lana Kane. All right, me and Dave, yeah.
Or Dave's just frozen.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I can't even get the frozen guy on my side. I'm not even going to write. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Making it cold.
We are at 2, 3, 4.
I love how optimistic Taco was until he just realized the truth.
10-5 or 10-0, guys. All right, I will vote Lana because I want to have a queen sweep. So 11-0 until Dave comes back. Let's move on with the.
I voted Lana because I don't want Lana to know that I voted against her. That's how scared I am of her.
Lana!
When Mark wasn't just being contrarian for the sake of it.
I do vote contrarian a lot on this show. I feel like everyone should get a little bit of love.
That's nice. Because I feel like you probably think it reflects badly on you if one of the candidates doesn't get anything.
Yes, but this one works. This one works so much thematically that I'm not mad that it didn't work as a great matchup because they're both spy agents like CIA and then a mock CIA, and they're both hot chicks with big guns. It works so much on a thematic level that I'm okay with it going 11-0. Okay.
Is that the first time that's happened?
No, we've had queen sweeps. We had one last game too.
No, we didn't.
I can't remember who, but we did.
Yeah,
all right.
Sure we did.
Who wants to? No, we did.
I was here.
I was here. All right. Who wants to read for Lone Ranger versus Django and finish the first half of the bracket? I'll read Lone Ranger. It's a really short one. I'll read these ones if you guys want to break, because these ones are really easy. All right. Lone Ranger. Get used to that font because I used it for almost all Cowboys.
Fair.
And does anyone get the reference when I say Lone Ranger that way? All right, cool. You guys are all lame. All right.
Knew that.
Alias John Reed, Masked Man, the Lone Ranger. What'd you say?
Is that an Airheads reference?
It is an Airheads reference, yeah, because their band is called The Lone Rangers.
Yeah. Oh my god.
In the way that dude from Criminal Minds,
winning Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
so good.
And Joe Montana, the radio host, goes,
For
the new
easy
hit single from the Lone Rangers. And that's how
Honestly,
I always...
Brendan Fraser and Airheads is definitely my sexuality.
Am I back?
Brendan Fraser from the 90s. All
The
right.
Mummy is my sexuality.
Freaking... All right. Stop humping the laser. Sorry. And Uncle John... Height 6'5". Cowboys are tall, y'all. All right. I learned that like Cowboys are like just
Is that
tall.
with or without the hat?
I didn't ask him. He won't take it off. All right. Abilities:
Why
high
would he?
intelligence,
Never
peak
takes
human
it off.
strength, speed, and agility. He's an expert at hand-to-hand combat, horse riding, and he is a master marksman. Get used to hearing all of that. I had nothing else. The guy's got 90 years of continuity. I couldn't find anything else to go off of because I didn't want to go off his newer movie. Equipment: 2 single-action army artillery 45 long Colts, and his known weakness: he is driven by vengeance, and that might cloud his judgment. And his occupation: he is a lone and masked crime fighter and ranger. And his quote is "Hi-ho, Silver, away!"
Or hi-yo, Silver.
I
in
know,
this
but I always
reality.
hear "hi-ho" in my mind, but it's "hi-yo."
Yeah.
No, it
Is
isn't.
he really
Really?
low?
It's
like,
hi-yo.
Johnny Depp's always there.
Oh, then I'm stupid, I guess.
I looked at it.
Say.
I'm not lying. I listened to 20 minutes of a 1933 radio show.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
Get ready for this,
Nice.
and it is hi-yo. And also, here's a picture from a 1949 cereal.
So good.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Wow.
Captain Tight Pants, indeed.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Who
what
could
I
that
need in my
possibly
pants.
be? We'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anyone. All right, and now we got Django, Django Freeman, alias. Oh, you want to do it? All right.
I'll do it with Waltz.
Okay.
Django Freeman, alias Django. Height 5'8". Abilities: intelligence, very unpredictable while fighting, strong-willed, and detective skills. Expert hand-to-hand combatant and marksman. Average human with peak human reactions. Shot a man before he could even reach his gun. Equipment: Remington 1858 Cattleman's carbine and a 44 caliber 2 Remington 1858 New Army. Known weaknesses: none. Occupation: slave, formerly, and bounty hunter. Quote: I like the way you die, boy.
All right. One person on the panel, I will not say who, but they clearly look upset with me. Wanted me to go with the D is silent hillbilly, but so that's the other one. I like that Seamus got to read that amazingly as Christoph also, then he immediately freezes out. All right, now he's back. That was great. Good job. The
good.
jangle, the way you that was good. That was good.
Django.
Jangle.
I'd like to pitch for the Lone Ranger.
I'd like to pitch for Django.
Perfect.
Oh, my goodness.
Oof. I don't think anyone needs a
I
pitch
like
for
to
this
think
guy.
about Django a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I
that's
didn't
a tough-
even realize that he is wearing the clothes that Leonardo was in the scene before in this, because he got there first and he's wearing Mr. Candy's clothes. I didn't
Michel
catch it.
Condé.
I just rewatched this. I want to say yesterday or day before. All right, I
What a great
love
film.
that movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like my
so
third
good.
favorite.
It's not my favorite Tarantino, but it is.
No, but yeah.
it's still.
It is
like,
mine.
It's a lot of people's, but I go.
Is it really
I
your
go-
favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of people's.
Yeah.
There's the older guard Tarantino guys who are like Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, but the rest is good. And then there's the newer guards who are like Django and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the rest are good. Like there's
Inglourious
two
Basterds.
different.
Inglourious
my wife's
Basterds,
favorite
I was gonna
movie.
Say unpopular opinion. I love Inglourious Basterds.
My
Yeah.
number
Inglourious
one.
Bastards.
That's
so
yeah. That's right.
I
That's number
think
one.
that's
A lot
my
of movies
favorite.
are
Yeah.
The first scene of Inglourious Bastards is like mind blowing.
I
He
personally
made-
like when Hitler dies.
I know.
I just didn't think that was historically accurate though. All right. Who you want? Barrett was going to pitch for Lone Ranger, and Dave was going to pitch for Django.
Yeah.
All right. Barrett, start us off. Lone Ranger.
Sweet. So I think the fact that the Lone Rangers been around for so long. You said 90
years.
So that's a lot of history, and you still could only find just a little bit on him. And do you know why that is?
Because he sucks.
No one cares.
Mysterious.
No, he's good at his job. Nobody knows who he is.
He's all alone.
Yeah. He's
I had
alone
his
all the
name
time.
on
No,
the
but he's
card.
legendary. Everybody's heard of the Lone Ranger. He's been around forever. You don't have to explain who the Lone Ranger is. Everybody just knows what he does.
And is there a catchphrase like Hi-Yo Silver? Who doesn't know that catchphrase? Like, that's one of the most used.
Like
Every kid growing
But
up
how's
has
it-
always been the Lone Ranger at some point when they're running around shooting imaginary guns at their friends. Or maybe that makes me very 35, but I mean, I feel like
35? Double that.
You're 90?
Rambo fit
Oh my
that.
God.
that is
70?
not 2 times 35.
Oh boy.
That doesn't make me 70, Jekka. Thank you very much. But I never watched The Lone Ranger, and I didn't have to. I just knew who he was. So that's a legacy, and I think that makes him impressive. And,
Notoriety does not mean skill, though. Django.
he's still alive after 90 years. Son of a bitch.
I know what Dave's gonna bring up, and I can't wait to hear it.
Django, not only in the span of one winter, becomes an elite marksman, has the skills to rival Christoph Waltz. He's also magic, okay? Because
Tarantino magic.
if you watch the last scene, right after this gif happens, Django shoots a woman.
Oh, sorry. Did you cue me? All right. Sorry there.
Yeah. Right after this gif happens, Django shoots Michelle Candy's sister, and she does not fall forward. She gets sucked back into that room like the devil pulled her back to hell.
She gets
Okay.
pulled back like a bad comedian with a hook.
Not only that, but this doesn't happen when Christoph Waltz shoots people. But whenever Django picks up a gun and shoots someone, they explode as if they're made out of watermelon. Okay, so either Django
You're not
has
wrong.
magic guns or Django is himself magic. And I tend to believe Django's just magic.
Not only that, but Django transcends time and space because every time he shoots someone, rap music appears.
That is true.
or gospel Django.
So like there's something really magical about him. But like, have you seen his murder scenes? It's like there's
Also-
like an army and he kills everyone in the most brutal way possible.
I also take issue with the fact that on his card it says average. There's nothing average about Jamie Foxx. When the first time we see Django, he takes off his
How
shirt.
much research
and
did you
Christoph
do
Waltz,
for those cards? Screw off. I go off of forums. I work
fine.
really hard on them.
I
and they'll
know
put
you
them
do.
as
I know
average.
you do.
expert
That you
on
can
that.
still be wrong, and do a lot of work. Okay, but when Django takes off his blankie
Awesome.
and you see his back, you're like,
Yeah.
there's nothing average about that. And Christoph Waltz, a German man in the 1800s, is like, I guess I'm gay now.
He doesn't fall in love with him.
I would, and do every time.
Are you saying that you don't have the same affection for this guy?
Nope.
Look at the time
Dave
fan.
convinced me.
Sorry.
No.
But
Dave convinced me.
in the span of
I
one
hate
winter,
it too much.
goes
I knew
from-
where this one was gonna go.
he doesn't need 90 years of continuity. This Django goes in the span of one winter from I've never even held a gun before, I'm stuttering through my words, to I can kill a man from on top of a hill way over there. I can shoot Tarantino's fingers off. Like, I don't even know what we're having this conversation about.
But do
yeah,
we know
that's
how
clear.
long he survives doing that? Lone Rangers
winter.
existed forever.
Okay, I'm sorry that Django just got created.
Yeah,
But
that
that's
is
not
your
our
fault.
fault.
You should
Yeah,
feel
like-
That
bad.
is your
my
fault.
fault.
So, all right.
Tarantino's not immortal. And like
21
created 200 years ago.
votes in the poll, and it's 81% Django, 19% Lone Ranger. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
So I'm going to supersede it, though. I'm going to give it to Lone Ranger just because I feel like
Boo.
That's not how democracy works.
Yeah, this is not a cheerocracy. This is a cheertatorship. Everybody knows that. Amy with the contrarian
Yeah, look at
vote.
that.
Oh, not going to be a queen sweep.
Oh, but John coming in.
Oh, yeah, of course. Big Orville Peck vibes. Okay, I don't know what that is. Yeah, Django got a vote. I know. So Dave like messages me. It was like Tuesday, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm working on the cars," and he's like, "Cool, can I see that? See the Django card?" I was like, "Okay." So I sent him, and he goes, "See a couple things you got wrong here." Like, yeah. He's like, first off, ain't nothing average about Jamie Foxx, and two,
But we're
his
not
guns
talking
are
about Jamie
magical.
Yeah, but
Oh, Multiverse of Geekdom. Are you voting twice, or is this not you, Don?
No, that's not me.
You
That
sure?
must be
I
Jason.
love how he
Yeah,
says
no.
it with a smile.
I bet it's Jason. No, I'm dead serious. I bet it's Jason.
Yeah,
Probably
probably.
All
Jason.
right.
Of all the ones he could cheat at, this is not one he has to cheat at.
I
No.
know,
No, I don't think so.
but I'm like, it's a little fishy.
Is the Lone Ranger magic, or does Army Hammer eat people? I don't know.
One vote for Orville Peck. So gotta Google Orville Peck now.
We should have
Do
looked
it.
up how many people the Lone Ranger has shot.
I have 2 points.
Oh, and Double
Shut up.
D came up with Django too. Don't tell me to shut up when I'm counting.
Do we know that the Lone Ranger isn't a Dread Pirate Roberts situation where he's
That's a
just
great-
constantly a different person?
That would make it even better.
No, it'd make it worse because we only
make it
can
worse.
Because
pick
then
one
it
person.
transcends.
That
it
means he
transcends
died a
our
couple of
even
times,
ability to
and
do
someone had to
that.
replace him.
We're not talking about the symbol. We're talking about the man.
The man is the symbol.
No, he said the Lone Ranger, not the guy who became the Lone Ranger.
No, I specifically did say John Reed or whatever the heck the guy's
Yeah,
name
but you
is.
can change.
Django.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you can change that. I don't know.
Yeah, you know. Also put that Django's magic.
Django
Also,
was
he
Django
has
Ranger.
had so many
Just
different
write that
names
down.
in the serials. He was pretty much played by a new guy every time, and they didn't follow any continuity. And he had a new they readapted the story like every week. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not counting any of this shit. Like, that's insane.
Wow.
It was like 40 different names. And it was like just in the serials, though. They were crazy in the 40s, man.
Okay, so I have 2 points that I've been trying to get out.
Oh, okay. Well, Brandy wanted to call Barrett Daddy. All right, go ahead, Jugga.
I did have to watch Lone Ranger because that's what my grandparents watched, and it's boring. It's dumb. It's not exciting. And
That's because he wins all the time.
What?
Let her talk, Barrett.
What did you say?
Nothing.
No, he
Go
said
ahead.
because he wins all the time. That's why you find it boring.
Well, that was my second point.
He doesn't win a lot.
But Django literally survived slavery. So he, like, you put survive sex under fat bastard as like a durability thing,
Damn.
but like gets the shit whipped out of him is not a durability thing. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Taco, are you going
That's
to
a
vote
good point.
for
Agree with
slavery?
Good point.
Is that what you're voting for, Taco?
If
Are
you
voting
vote for Lone
slavery?
Ranger, you're voting for
Changing
slavery.
the subject, Seamus is bowing out, and he will be in the chat. So everybody, welcome Seamus again. And
Yes.
don't make it being political that now we have to have white guilt to vote against him, because that's messed up. I'm not voting for the institution of slavery, but I vote for
Love
Lone Ranger.
I'm just saying, we don't know what side of the Civil War Lone Ranger was on.
In majority of serials, he fought against the Confederacy. A lot of the bad guys in Lone Ranger are Confederate generals.
Damn, I was hoping it was
So-
like a Jonah Hex.
Like-
Nope, you don't know.
Yeah,
you
good
don't
try,
know
guys. Good
crap.
try.
Yeah.
Well, my racist grandpa loves Lone Ranger.
So is mine. Whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine. Okay, we are at 5 Djangos to 1 Lone Ranger. Thanks to the
Amy
poll-
voted.
Yep, that's the 1 Lone Ranger.
Did you not also vote Lone Ranger?
I have not voted at all.
Oh,
yet.
I'm so sorry, Taco.
You don't
Did I
know.
vote?
No, you were just calling me racist for no reason. No one has voted yet. You're like, you vote for Lone Ranger. I'm like, I haven't voted.
My
No one
apologies.
has on the panel yet, because that's how
My
I do.
apologies.
But yeah, Amy's standing strong by herself here. in
Another
the Lone
Django
Ranger
vote.
camp. 2 way to vote Django. No, Seamus. All right, so right now we are at 6 to 1.
It's never too late to be correct.
I said it as soon as Amy voted that she's gonna save this from being a queen sweep, and that's all she's gonna do. So let's do this. Should we do this by hand, or do people want to?
Yeah.
Because it's just a lot easier. So the votes for Django Freeman.
Ha.
Oh, and Low Ranger. All right, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shut up.
Math.
I was just reading, and every place I look, I can't find an actual body count for Lone Ranger, but everybody's like,
'Cause
it's
no one
in
cares.
it's in the hundreds.
Oh,
Nobody
I think-
knows.
Oh my goodness.
All right,
to be fair-
it is 12-2.
Yeah.
More people voted for this one apparently because we
I got you, Amy.
we got
I'm not
11
good
to
for
0.
much,
Now we
but I'm
got
good for
12 to 2. Yeah, thank you, Orson Peck. Wait, Orville Peck. Sorry. Oh, and Orson. Yeah, Orson and Amy are the only Lone Ranger guys. But hey, it's cool. That means that we are halfway through, guys. We're only an hour and 15 in.
Jesus.
That's halfway through the first round, by the way.
Let's all just no arguments.
It,
Just everyone hands for
the
next
the
one.
second, third, and fourth round go a lot faster because you don't have to go through the cards again.
Yeah.
I want everybody who hasn't been here before knows that. So now we're moving on to this side, and we have. By the way, this is an epic rap battle from like last year. It's like their most epic rap battle of history. It's like their most recent one. Indiana Jones versus Lara Croft. It's pretty good. I didn't cite it, but I could. Who wants to read for Indiana Jones and Lara Croft?
I can do it.
All right, thank you, Barrett.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, it's
Right.
a lot.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I should have told you. This one is this one and Roland's. Roland's is worse, but this one's up there.
All right, I'm ready.
Sorry.
All right, Indiana Jones, alias Henry Walton Jones Jr., Dr. Jones, Mr. Jones Jr. by Henry, Lord Clarence MacDonald, and Henry Defense. Let's see. Height 6'1", abilities, genius level, intelligence, and charisma. Knowledge in archaeology, history, teaching, multilingualism, and military tactics. Peak human strength, has busted through walls on several occasions. So he's the Kool-Aid man. Knocked off a chunk of stone wall, broke Mac's nose in a single punch, who survived a head-on collision car crash with ease. Broke a large wooden post with one punch. With his whip, pulled large wooden posts apart. Kicked a man so hard that he was hurled through a window and damaged a control console. Knocked over a native's hut with a shoulder check. Knocked out Gunichi with a swing kick. Then we're going to the speed category. And he outran a rolling boulder. Notoriously fast, those things. Ran faster than pressure plate activated dart traps. Can shoot. Oh, I see. Okay. Yep. Got it.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. Rushed a Nazi holding him at gunpoint, stealing his gun and mowing down the other Nazis before they could fire their own weapons. Yeah, but they're Nazis. Agility, durability.
They're the
Has
original
survived-
stormtroopers.
Exactly. Has survived shoulder checking. Man, he shoulder checks a lot. And charging through walls. Took hits from Mola Ram, who could rip out hearts from humans with his bare hands, and even survived Mola attempting to do the same thing to him. Survived 2 tons of armor falling on top of him. Survived being attacked by a bear, was hit by a giant octopus so hard that he skipped across the water as if he were a flat stone. Survived being attacked by a bull, casually tanked swinging into a truck, tanked being tossed around in a lead-lined fridge after a nuclear explosion.
I had to
flying
keep
into
it in
the
there,
distance.
guys. I'm sorry. I had to keep it in there.
Had his head pushed through a wooden wall. Fine after swinging down from a window and crashing into a market stall, breaking it, and stamina. Finally, took several attacks while poisoned, can hold his breath for 3 minutes, continued to fight while being stabbed through a voodoo doll, or when he was shot in the arm. Mastery and whip skills. Got sick whip skills, man. Hand-to-hand combat, fencing, firearms, explosive stealth, and trap lore. Equipment: Smith & Wesson MK2, hand ejector, bullwhip, machete. Known weakness: fear of snakes. So when he fights Snake Plissken, he's fucked.
Yeah, he's gonna be
We're not making it that far.
Occupation: Marshall College archaeology professor and associate dean, archaeologist, and United States military colonel. Quote: snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
There you go. Thank you. I'll read Laura's to give you a break.
He was a dean?
Yeah,
There's
I guess.
so much responsibility.
That's another
involved in
middle
that.
name of his.
Come
And
on, don't you remember that beginning scene where the love you with the eyes?
No, I got that. I just didn't realize he was an associate dean.
Like, because I had to do that one.
Yeah.
Like, there was no way not. Will this Harrison Ford make it further? Before we move on, there was already a vote. There were 2 votes for Lara Croft already in the comments. I haven't.
Well, her name is
I'm
Lara.
not going to say where the poll went yet because we are not there. I do it after the cards, but I just want to get these out so they didn't get lost in the fray. And also, we got a review for the epic rap battle for Indiana Jones and Lara Croft. Double D said, meh.
No lies detected.
I love Charles Dickens. All right.
He was making fun of how much.
Oh, there we go. Thanks. Can we have Barrett describe his fan on the whip? Oh my God. Brandy wants you to do an ASMR of just explaining whipping, please.
I'll sub to that.
Whipping?
You would sub to that.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
moving on. All right, I'll read Laura because I'm the one who made these so long and hard to read. I might as well suffer.
Yeah, you did.
Long as
you
wow.
Before anyone complains. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna.
I should have gone and had my potty break.
All right. Yeah, everyone's got to have their potty break when somebody's doing that one. All right. Alias is Laura Amelia Croft, Lady Croft, and Tomb Raider. So specifically, we are going with the Survivor trilogy. So that's the last 3 games from Lara Croft. So this isn't the old school Lara Croft. This is the reboot Lara Croft.
Because she's more realistic.
Not Angelina Jolie.
This Lara Croft.
Not what Angelina Jolie was based off of. Ow.
Yeah. This Lara Croft. Whoa.
Those games are excellent, by the way.
I've heard they're great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watched enough to get through a lot of this. I when I was looking at like when it was giving not suggestions, but examples of like her durability and her whatever, I went and found those clips and actually watched them, so I knew what. Yeah. All right, so she is 5'6", ew. That's my Jack impression. Masterly skilled in survival, withstood a risky mountain climb that involved her plowing through avalanches and getting rammed against cliff sides and mountains at top speeds. Swimming, stealth, athletics, acrobatics, leaping, parkour, and running. Those are all of her skills. Intellect, pain tolerance, resilience, melee combat skill, killed a gigantic gray wolf when she with just a tiny tactical knife. Martial arts and marksmanship. She is peak human. You guys ready for that? Peak physical agility. She has been repeatedly shown to outrun and dodge high caliber bullets. Outrun bullets? I didn't know that was the thing. From high-end military helicopters. I think that means just running to dodge them. Not like
fire, not the
bullets, not like
yeah.
running against them in a race and winning. Durability, withstood falling over 30 feet and then getting impaled. It's not the only time I'm saying that. There's a different character too. A few moments later, she brushed off another high fall and was unfazed. Accidentally trapped her foot inside of a rusted bear trap. Flexibility on its own, just like that. Speed outran a Russian brown bear, which are comparable to grizzly bears. Stamina. Even when heavily injured with items that could potentially leave her fatally ill, she still manages to push through complex tombs without any signs of exhaustion and can hold her breath for a decent amount of time. Both of these guys can hold their breath. All right. And
what are they
stealth.
Gonna make out contest? What's going on here?
You don't hold your breath when you breathe through your nose. You've never made out with
You're
anyone before
not very imaginative,
Mark. Acute senses. You think I've never imagined Lara Croft and Indiana Jones making out? All right. Acute senses, which give her excellent situational awareness. It's not a myth, Lana. And to the point where she is even capable of fighting blindfolded. Equipment: the Vicker Mark II, the Viper bow, silent arrow, standard arrow, poison arrows, fire arrows, grenade arrows, and armor piercing arrows. The River Hawk, which I believe was a handgun, and several knives. I looked up what the best of each category of our weapons, so her best bow, her best rifle, and her best handguns, and that's why I gave them those. I looked at forums from these games, and they specifically said these ones are the best ones. That's why I gave them to her. And I'll show you guys pictures of them. All right. Known weaknesses: she is very reckless. She is also suffered from both PTSD and a damaged gut. Ugh. She has a bad habit of forgetting that she has weapons that she can use besides her bow, and is significantly less experienced than her previous two counterparts. So from the other games, will not kill where it is unnecessary. Archaeologist, Countess of and that's what I'm here for. Quote: a famous explorer once said, the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are. And here's the Vicker Mark II, the Viper Bite bow, and just her looking awesome, and her attacking folk. I didn't add those. That's sound clip.
That's the sound that comes with it.
Yeah. All right,
weird.
Frenchie's got to talk. Who you want? Who you pitching for?
And this, out of everyone, I think was the most equal one to add.
Let's do the poll first. You were 100% right, because this, I believe, is one of my closest. So it was 56-44.
Oh wow,
it's very close.
Wow,
and Indiana Jones won.
For me, it's very close because they have very similar skills. But I will give the edge to Laura because she's a modern like MMA fighter. Whereas like, yeah, I love Indiana Jones. He has skill, but he also has a lot of luck and less physical combat skill. If we're looking at just a one-on-one fight, I think her MMA, her hand-to-hand combat skills, and the fact she has multiple types of arrows that she can poison, she can stun, she can do a lot more tactical advantages and skills she can bring to the table. That for me, it's slightly edgy. Is it going to be a very tight battle to the end? Yes, but I think she does edge out.
And Amy voted for Laura too. If you didn't see that, Dave, and it's just Brandy being Brandy.
If I can piggyback off what Lou is saying, I would also say in terms of skills, Laura also has Lara. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Don't come for me. Lara. She also has the advantage of being a video game character, where earlier we talked about
Indiana Jones has been a video game character. Come on.
Yeah, but like a modern video game character, where we talked about cover a lot before. She has the ability to hold down L2 and see through cover and see exactly where Indy's hiding.
Whatever. Come on. All right. I actually have an argument.
Roll this way, roll that way.
I have an argument for Indy, and it's actually just I'm going to counter something that Frenchie said. She got some hand-to-hand skills. Even though Indy might not, he definitely has hand-to-hand skills.
Oh yeah.
But more specifically, most importantly, he fights against fighters. Big, huge guys who know how to fight, crazy ninjas who know how to fight. Just because he might be, it's not about what he can do, it's about what he can withstand. Oh. And he can fight. Like, dude can rip people's hearts out, and he's like, not me.
Can I ask
he's ex-military?
What version of Indy are we specifically talking
about? Only one.
No, where are we plucking him out of time?
I gave him the equipment from Raiders, and that's what I watched to get ready for this. But I did give him feats from Crystal Skull, so technically it could be all the way up through Crystal Skull. I don't think is he any worse?
No, because if it's through Crystal Skull, then he's that old. So.
No, I would also say that he's that immortal.
Yeah, but he's still strong and he's still a badass in the
no, I think if you're giving him up to Crystal Skull, then there's Laura doesn't have a chance because Indy's drank from the Holy Grail. He's immortal.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know, but I didn't give him immortality. I gave two other people immortality.
I'm just saying, Indy wins now.
There's still
Laura has disarming skills that I find
disarm his immortality.
Else in his whip,
he doesn't have immortality.
Okay.
She has the rolls, she has the disarming, she has a lot more arsenal that get
And she
closer to
uses
Indiana.
traps and
Indiana's
stuff.
good.
So
Yeah.
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 Indy
Maria.
is the anti-trap guy. Right, go ahead, Maria.
that's exactly what I wanted to say. I don't know much about Lara Croft at all, but I will say everything in her description made it sound like she was a walking, talking tomb booby trap. And that's what Indiana Jones goes up against
I saw you
all
during
the time.
rating, by the way. What the heck were you doing?
So I feel like that gives it to
So
Indiana.
you're saying people are giving her higher things because she literally
Wow.
sets off all her traps and lives, but Indy's better at it and doesn't always
I
set off
think
his
Indy
traps.
is luckier, and just on the equipment at Laura's disposal, I think she is taking this.
This is horrible. Moving on. I'm not gonna do it right. Done. That's all.
Based on the
he does not have immortality. This
based
Indy
on
does
the
not.
arrow types that you're giving her, like she's got grenades, she's got poison, like Indy's got a gun and a whip.
Yeah,
And a
but
machete.
a tomb would have those kinds of traps in it.
But this isn't.
And Indy's able to go up against those
But
kinds
the
of traps.
trap can't say, "There's a guy, I'm going to get him." The trap is not thinking. The trap
what all
just
traps
does.
say.
The-
Ain't no traps
But
in
there's
this Roman
plenty of
Colosseum.
like thinking. There's plenty of humans. What is even that?
No, I'm
point?
saying no, he does,
There's no traps in this environment.
there are no traps. I'm not
They're
saying.
traps.
Yeah,
They are traps.
He is the
There are
trap.
no traps.
I don't even know who we're arguing for.
It's a
anymore.
trap.
What's happening?
Yeah, I know. There hasn't been one Akbar joke. I was waiting for it the whole time we were talking about.
Oh, I literally just made one about the last
Yeah.
Mando episode.
The
I
last
think
Mando episode, which I didn't catch until you pointed out. Thank you, Jack.
Don't talk about that.
I think
We don't talk
also
about that right now
Indy.
because I haven't seen it. That's why
There's
Oh,
no
God.
baby in it, so it's garbage.
It
I haven't
doesn't
watched.
matter.
I haven't watched like any of it.
0 out of 10. No Grogu.
Not enough baby.
No Grogu. Who did?
Indy
Um,
most of the time is just like, oh man, I barely snuck by that one.
Okay,
Like,
Laura
confident
gets the
man
crap
would.
kicked out of her in that game.
We have a
She-
bad
The
case.
first
Yes,
time
she
it happens
does.
to
Yes,
her.
she does.
And
We
then it
have a
doesn't
bad
phase her.
case of arguing here. That's not
few
what our
times,
points are.
actually.
If we have any other, if everybody
Did anybody
knows
actually
where they're
pitch
going,
for
we
Indy?
can-
Is that what you did, Mark? 'Cause I don't feel like anybody really did.
no,
Half-heartedly.
yes, I did a little. I pretty much just countered. I didn't really pitch Indy.
Can you finish that out? Can you actually pitch for him?
I mean, I would.
do you maybe want to expand on whipping?
No. So actually,
That's yours,
he does have.
You're welcome, Brandy.
When we talk about durability, and that's something that people are giving a lot to Laura because Laura.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing it, Dave. But Homeboy gets messed up and he survives constantly. He gets hit by cars and climbs over them, comes around like he is really hard to take down. The Nazis, a lot of them can take him down. He outsmarts them. He fights up here and he fights every other way. And then also when he actually, screw you. I know how to win this argument right now. She tries not to kill. It says right. Shut up. Let me make my point. It says straight out that she does not want to kill when she doesn't have to. And
Yes,
this
she
is
does.
my argument.
But
Go
this
ahead.
Okay, but
Reckless.
this isn't a does not want to kill situation.
Right, this would
is
be
they're
a
dropped
No,
Never
no,
die
you don't.
situation.
This is not a death battle. This is a fight to submission, and she's going to know that going in, and she's going to try to have him submit.
Okay, then
She-
how often does Indy get captured?
Submission.
He's
is
just
it?
going to
Right.
shoot her.
Indy gets captured.
She's
All
going
the
to be like,
time.
all right, how do I keep this dude alive? And he's going to go,
runs-
bam!
He gets
She
captured
outruns
3
bullets.
times in one movie.
He does.
outruns bullets. Also.
All right. See, this is what I wanted to avoid. We're just arguing.
I
No
know,
one's
I
going to
know.
change anyone's mind. So let's
Okay,
just,
so let's
let's
go to
just
that.
move on to votes.
Go to that.
And Brandy
All right,
appreciates
all
Jekka.
Yeah, I'll be giving a TED talk later, guys. Don't
And,
we're
yeah.
not doing that here. Yeah.
I think, are we going to count this for Laura, even though it's Laura? I think
Everybody has said Laura. If you look back at the
No,
chat,
they said
everybody
Laura.
has said Laura.
There's still Laura. There's a lot of Lauras. Everyone's Laura.
A lot of Lauras.
There's only one Laura. Fuck
There's,
me.
I can count it for you.
if we counted McCain, we can count Laura.
Yeah, we
count
did count
McCain?
McClane.
I was
and
so
McCain.
lost
And
if that was
also,
the case.
you need to stop jumping on people in the chat there. I'm all glad they're here. Don't go grammar checking people, Jack. All right. Brandy's like, well, I screwed up. All right.
I love everybody in the chat.
I don't know where
Yeah,
I'm
this is funny.
at. I think the last
Doesn't
one
forward
I
chat.
counted was Seamus. So Double D. And yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, Dave. 1 to 4.
I've got 1 to 5.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Are you writing names next
You
time?
can literally
Somebody
just
should
do
be doing that.
anything.
Somebody
No.
should be doing that.
Yeah, you can. Tell us how to do it when you don't want to do it.
Well, don't volunteer to do it if you're not going to do it right.
I don't have. I can't not do it. It's my job, but I asked other people to help, and you didn't volunteer, so you can't talk
It's
shit.
because I'm lazy, but if I did it,
He's lazy, but he's a perfectionist.
What are you, a politician? We have problems. What are you guys gonna do? Nothing.
Talk
do
with
it.
this vote so Indy can lose.
All right, I'll
we
vote.
can't all write names.
Laura Croft. I voted.
Cool.
Yeah, you
How
don't
many
know.
names?
I always end up arguing for the person who I'm not going to because the show
It's a
must go
master of
on.
chaos.
Isn't that funny?
I'm not a master of chaos, but if no one's gonna argue for Indy, I have to do it. It's my
No,
job.
I regularly pitch for people who I don't think are going to win
Yeah.
and who I would
All right.
vote for. It's good. I like doing it.
Marie, who do you got?
So contrarian.
Indy, because I still feel my argument. It makes sense. So.
Well, that's a good reason. Indy, because of the things I said, and I agree with what I said. Got it. Barrett?
I think that a lot of the actual, like, the enemies that Lara fights directly
Somebody
are
escaping
are
prison
not
in
as
the background?
clever as Indy. She doesn't fight main character kind of people. She fights thugs
Bears.
and animals.
Bears and thugs.
She does fight supernatural beings though, which is the so she's on par with Indy there. But I think at the end of the day, I think the drive, like the ability to just say fuck it and shoot somebody in this current iteration of Lara, Indy has her beat. So I think he'll probably kill her before she can subdue him.
You almost convinced me. I might change my vote. Frenchie, who are we going?
I gotta say, Mary's argument kind of swayed me over to her side. I'm saying Indy.
Wow.
I switched.
Nice. Frenchie. I didn't say it that way.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
this. Yeah, no, that's totally what happened. Oh my god, you're savage, Marie. You really are.
For my last email. Oh, that's good.
Oh, boy.
Jedi Master Ray, what do you got?
I think I'm still sticking with Laura. You almost had me there, Marie. I will admit, you almost had me.
It's
with
really
the
close, no matter
counter.
how you slice it.
Yeah, it is.
I think she's actually more like physically capable than he is, but I think he's got killer instinct.
And the walking trap thing is it's a good argument. It's
So
I
he's
It
just
is.
gonna
No, it
slap
was a
her
good
head
argument.
with
It
the
was
bag.
definitely a good argument.
Just put a bag back. Disarms her.
Yeah.
All right,
check
Jacka,
it. Go.
what do you got?
I really am torn, but come back to me.
All right.
That's in one
34
person.
seconds,
Laura.
I'm gone.
Laura?
Laura, need
All
I say
right,
more?
I'm not going to write down a new dash for you because I'm changing my vote.
Okay.
So
I hear it.
we're 5-7.
Yeah. So
37 what
Still
way?
with- still with-
Laura
Laura
is
Got
at
it.
7.
Jacka.
You know, I don't
Whoever
always
is
vote for the winner. I
watching
vote
this
with my
show
heart.
with me
My
should
heart
very
switches.
quickly vote for Han. I mean,
Oh, I know where your brain is.
You gotta,
very
we
quickly.
gotta keep the
Whoever I
Harrison
gave a link to,
alive.
just like say Indy, just really quickly.
I
so,
came into this thinking I was voting Laura, so that was
Yeah.
the interesting part.
So
of
did
it.
I, and then I
Like
kind of got I got
Gasland.
swayed.
I don't understand how we can go like Harrison Ford's again. It's the Bruce Willis thing where he's just a guy.
Not in those
Oh,
movies,
Laura.
dude.
No.
Take that
Well,
little
Harrison
bird
Ford
and
way
take
more
it
than
out,
Bruce
and he can
Willis.
grab
She's
her
got the
with
cartoon
little grenade arrows.
physics.
Yeah, but she dies horribly
Jekka,
a lot.
you
in that
can't
game.
wait
Those
for
aren't
your. Hey, everybody,
I can
stop.
stall. It's
You
called
can't.
a
You
filibuster.
can't wait for your simps. You can just. Vote.
I don't
Just
have
vote.
any.
Uh,
You're so busy.
I know Brandy and her army of Sims usually helps way out.
Where are they, Brandy? She's Laura,
what
so
is your
never mind.
vote?
They can go away. I say Indy, and I would like to say that he could. Again, I would like to encourage anybody watching that thinks I'm hot to say Indy. And he can take the whip and he can go with Chow and he can grab her grenade arrows or whatever she has.
I think
And
a
he can
bow
just
and
grab
arrows.
them and he anticipates because he's so smart because he's a learned man
He's an
and
idiot.
he's a professor.
I will
and a
give-
He's an
professor,
idiot.
I
and-
will give a. I'll give 45 seconds before we move on. If somebody in the chat can tie this up and vote for Indy
6-7 right now. I only need
before our time goes to 1 minute
Oh.
or 1 hour and 41 minutes, you can try to sway.
If that happens, I'm signing into my wife's account and voting on it.
Uh,
I have so many devices. At ours.
We're looking to rig votes. Yeah,
I'm not even
apparently
American.
we are. We're not looking to rig votes. We're just trying to add a new.
Brandy's switching.
Brandy, don't
These
do
days.
it.
Ugh.
Well, no, that doesn't even tie it. That means Indy wins.
How did that happen?
No, that would.
It's tied.
Oh, that
tie
would
it.
tie
Yeah,
it.
tie
I put it to
Yeah.
6,
Okay.
and then if
No,
Wait,
no,
wait, no,
it's
that
no,
would, that
no,
would
it's
switch it.
Indy.
That would take
would
one away
switch
from
it.
Laura
It's
and add
7
one
to-
to Indy.
And then it would go to 6 to 7.
Oh.
What a ridiculous.
If Brandy
What?
switches, which she is, and the time limit's done, and she did it under the time limit,
I would
that's
say
it.
no.
Indy wins.
Whatever.
Wow.
And I didn't
This is
even
a
have to
Well,
do
this is
my
a fair.
trying.
You see what you've done, Mary?
This
You
is
see
kangaroo
what you've
court.
done?
This is kangaroo
This
court.
is, we just floored it in
And he
2000.
wins.
Yeah,
This
Indy
is-
wins.
It doesn't matter. Indy's losing in the next
No.
round anyway.
We do a
So-
recount in Florida.
Yes!
All right, Indiana Jones wins.
Oh my god.
Florida representing the chat.
Dave's
Wow.
out.
I'm unhappy.
That's a huge loss.
Well, I knew that was going to happen. That's fine.
This is what a ridiculous.
It's
It
Dave,
was
it's
my,
okay.
my one
It's just
single
Dave.
Hail Mary.
What?
Just let me have it.
Dave was going to be pissed either way.
I just want Indy and Snake to be matched up. So just let me have it.
That's
They
going to
have
have
to
to
meet
be
in the
the
finals.
end. That would have to be the finals. They're on opposite sides of the board.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Snake's not
yeah.
magic.
No, Indy wins
off.
thanks to Brandy, and we're moving on
This is,
to our apocalypse daddies, and I'm okay with reading for
Mhm.
these. This is the video game Joel Miller versus the comic book Rick Grimes. Because I didn't finish that show, I'm not going to use the adjective I was going to, but I did finish the comics, and I loved them.
Really.
So, Joel Miller, alias Crazy Man by David and his followers, Tourist by the Hunters, Old Timer by Henry. Just he only knows one guy at a time. That's why he has all this. Old Man by Ellie and Texas by Tess. Height 5'11". Abilities very high intelligence, survival skills, interrogation skills, whoa, brutal ones, expert crafting skills, indomitable willpower, that's another understatement, stealth skills, and pain tolerance. Peak human strength, can beat people to death with physical strikes alone, can even send them flying with his hits. Agility, stamina, speed, capable of outrunning runners and clickers that constantly try to chase him down, and durability, able to survive handgun bullets and shotgun shells that can harm bloaters, has easily brushed off car crashes, and survived falling 2 stories and being impaled through the gut. Weapon mastery, firearms, archery, and melee weapons, hand-to-hand skills. I just wrote brute brawler because that's how he fights. Just less skills and more. I'm just gonna punch things until they die. Enhanced hearing, And I know because I made him deaf in the show, but in the game, he has a heightened sense of hearing to locate opponents.
He can also hold down L2.
Yes, he can. He's got a bullet time or whatever they call it, bullet vision. He's got video game vision. All right, equipment ranged. I did just say. I think I just gave him all of them, but I don't know what I was doing here. I don't think he can carry it all at once. But his pistol, which is a 9mm Colt Defender, his revolver, which is a Taurus Model 66, a shotgun. I'm not going to say every model. Hunting rifle, his shorty shotgun, his El Diablo, which is a scoped revolver, his assault rifle, his military sniper rifle, his bow and arrows, his explosives, Molotov cocktails, nail bombs and smoke bombs, his melee weapons, which is shiv, 2x4s, hatchets, machetes, pipes, baseball bats, and other, and then his med kit, flashlight, and gas mask.
You can also throw rocks and bottles.
He can also throw rocks and bottles. Thank you. Known weakness: anger and love clouds his judgment. That's another understatement. And occupation, formerly a carpenter, and then he's a hunter and a smuggler. Quote, I struggled for a long time with surviving. No matter what, you keep finding something to fight for.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
For me, why wouldn't you use a picture of Pedro Pascal?
Because we went with the video game version, and he is not in the video game. He is in the TV show.
Okay, but it's Pedro.
I understand, but I don't think you need me to help you see Pedro Pascal. I think that
I would like to see him as much.
Close your eyes, you see Pedro Pascal. All right, Rick Grimes. This one's easier. Sheriff Grimes. He's 5'10". He has high intelligence, master leadership, marksmanship, stealth, survivalist, and expert tactical analysis. He fought and won many battles and wars in the post-apocalypse. He has police training. He's an expert marksman and with melee weapons. His hatchet is his melee weapon. Above average strength, can chop off heads of swarms of walkers with no difficulty, can go hand-to-hand combat with Shane and Negan. He's got agility and durability. He has been shot and limbs cut off, and he keeps fighting. His equipment is his pistol and his hatchet. Known weakness: can risk mentally, or can Rick can be mentally insane and very impulsive sometimes. And also, he's missing his right hand. That doesn't stop him. He can fire with his left. Occupation: he is a sheriff deputy pre-apocalypse, former constable of Alexandria and leader of Alexandria. Quote, you kill and you die. And I got no picks or gifts for these guys because I didn't.
Because you used the video game version, and if you had used the show version.
All right, we got way too bigger fish to fry. We can move on.
Yes. Let's talk about Pedro Pascal for a while.
So like Joel, right?
Yeah. Frenchie, I see you. And Tuck will be right back, but he did say in the private chat that he is voting Joel. And my poll, this one was actually the closest. The only reason it's not a tie is because we are at an odd number right now. That's it. They're literally one vote would sway it to even. It is 52-49 with 23 votes, and it is to Joel. Earlier today, it was Rick.
I'm gonna put a picture on.
Now, I'll make an argument for Joel because they both have to deal with crazy society, right? Humans are effed up in post-apocalypse. They're equal on that side. For me, the zombie side, Joel has it harder because the enemies he has to face is a network. They communicate with each other.
Oh, this is good. Jekka, did you see this? Yeah, sorry.
Really, read the next comment.
Oh, it's not up yet. We got to vote for Ricky Rick. All right, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Frenchie. That was mean to me.
He has to fight against a network of zombies, that can track him down. Whereas the other ones, there's hordes, they're zombies, but
they don't strategize.
They don't strategize. So for me, Joel has a better edge on survival.
Now, with the whole strategizing and how they are in game is different how they are in the TV show. They do not have this weird network like they do in the TV show in the game. So the video game, yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you. The video game version of Joel is the one we're going with. They are a little bit more like hordes of zombies. But here, no. I'm with you. I'll throw you a bone here. The zombies that Joel has to fight are infinitely harder to kill than the ones that Rick has to fight.
Way more capable.
He is not fighting decaying bodies. He's fighting armored bodies.
Also, this is in the Roman Colosseum. That thing is made out of bricks, and a brick is Joel's most effective weapon.
Dude, yeah. He rocks people's
I don't
worlds
even know
with
why
bricks.
like the level of difficulty Joel has to face in his games versus Rick. You know, Joel makes it out with both hands.
I will pitch Rick now. You want to talk about levels of difficulty? He loses every other day, and he still ends up winning. Guy gets his arm chopped off by the governor. Guess what he ends up doing? Murders. He doesn't kill the governor, but governor dies. He ends up winning, and then he gets his butt kicked from Negan. And guess what he ends up doing? Beating Negan. He gets his butt kicked from the Whisperers. Guess what he ends up doing? Beating the Whisperers. He continues to survive and just keeps going and going and going and going. He doesn't have the QZ zone to hang out in either. He doesn't get to just be a little smuggler. He had to fight forever. Rick, if you want to give me that, Rick fights wars. He's a leader of men. He's not a leader of Ellies. Okay.
So when he has an army of men that he's leading,
yeah, we're not talking.
No, you're right. But you want to know why people follow? Because you kick ass. And that's
he used
why.
to be a cop. That's
Hey, Jekka, how many punches does Rick have?
I wasn't paying attention. 2?
1.
1.
Why is my thing not gone?
What, your puncher alarm? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
like
I'm not going to tell you how to put up a picture. Plus, you can't.
I love the Walking Dead.
You don't have the ability to.
No, you're not going to be able to put a picture up unless you're an admin, and you're not. Only me and Barrett and Marie are. Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
I love the Walking Dead comics, but I don't think Rick's determinality, as we've coined as a word, is
Don't
big.
drag me into this. You did that.
Yeah, I know. No. We all accepted it. No one made fun of me, so it's a word now. That is a big factor for him. But he loses and then he comes back. In this case, he is going up against someone who will not give him the chance to come back. There's nowhere for Rick to run away from to recuperate. There is an arena where Joel will kill him. This is an open and shut case for Joel. Clickers are stronger than...
He's saying they're more numerous. Yeah.
And I think that just speaks to the effectiveness of a clicker.
And I don't even, as much as I love Seamus, I do think that that's just going off of TV logic. The video game, this is the version of Joel. There's a lot more... we're just losing people left and right. Oh, Jacka's gone. All right, she's back.
She's back.
Joel fights.
You breaking stuff, Jacka?
Yeah.
Rick fights. Rick fights. Unnurtured, people who haven't eaten anything in five years. Joel's fighting zombies who are very strong, and he's holding them off. This is one of the most ridiculous fights we have, and I know for thematic reasons they have to be paired together, but it's
this is the closest poll we had.
I think that
I'm on your camp, but this is not as lopsided.
I do not think this is lopsided at all.
They're both mentally tortured.
They are both all right. One is destroyed by grief, and the other one's destroyed by grief. Like they're both. One lost a daughter, and the other guy lost everybody so many times. And had to kill so many people, and had to murder kids that have turned, and all this stuff. They are both just psycho
bad daddies.
Yeah, they've gone through. They've seen crap. Both of them.
The only difference is, like in chess, fight a better opponent, and you get better. For me, like the zombies in Walking Dead are annoying, and there's a lot. But they're still more easily killed. Is less a challenge compared to the fungi infection. He has better enemies. I think he has a better shot of resisting.
Tucker's back.
Like fully
and-
armed military members in
But-
like fighting against clickers, they lose. Like
And
yeah,
Joel
but
survives it
also
all.
fully armed military members fighting against walkers in The Walking Dead lose too. Like sure, he doesn't, like, Rick doesn't have to fight bloaters, but he has to fight Negans, and he has to fight really crazy humans who are dressed up as zombies who like he's gone through a lot of stuff too, and just
But, like,
because
Joel went through a lot.
I think they both did, and that's what I'm saying. I've been arguing for both. I've been devil
Nobody's
advocating for
saying
both.
they're both not scarred.
Yeah.
Everyone in this
But I'm
has emotional
saying
scars.
is I don't think that I'm gonna go with what Seamus was saying earlier. I don't think that either apocalypse was harder to go through than the other. I think they're both pretty freaking rough.
Just literally what Seamus's comment is like, Joel's been going through it for 20 fucking years.
And you're right. And guess what?
20
Spoilers
years.
alert for a comic that came out a long
literally
time ago.
going
Rick
back and
didn't
forth.
make it out of the comics. He made it 190 issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, I.
He did what he had to
As
do
much
for
as I want to
survival.
argue for Rick, I do think I will be going. I'm voting with John, and I will start the panel votes. I'm going to write down John's vote, and then I'm going to write down my vote. I'm voting Joel, and I'll tell you why. And it's not because he has to fight harder clickers or anything like that. Because when you're playing as him, dude is a beast. When he whips out a 2x4 and just nails somebody, like, he's got so much strength, and he is just like he is dad bod to the max. He is super dad.
He's a lumberjack, dude.
Yeah, he's
just
a lumberjack.
monster. And
yeah, he's got that 40 or that 50-hour work week bod. He's got that carpenter bod.
Yeah, he was built for flannel. I'll tell you that much.
Built for flannel.
He'd fit right up. He'd be right at home in the Great White North.
Joel
up
for the
what
win.
there, Dave?
This is a great name. That's Benito.
That's Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, the Jason I met yesterday or a different Jason?
No, yeah, Jason. Yeah.
The one I met yesterday who was on the Walking Dead panel? Or Walking Dead? I'm doing the Last of Us panel with us? No, a different Jason. Okay.
No, different Jason, yeah.
All right. But that was another vote for Joel, so I think that puts us 5-2.
That's what I've got.
Okay,
Marie.
cool. Yeah, Marie, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Joel.
I didn't ask everybody if they're ready. I just started voting. You're
I
going,
think it's
Joel?
done.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going Joel too. The hand-to-hand combat is my favorite part of that game. It is just so brutal, and he's so creative, and like you can, I don't know. He uses the environment to kill people. He uses his fists.
Yeah.
He uses whatever is around.
Jamie Lee, please tell me if you are voting for Rick, because you do not have to state who you're voting for just because you are going for him. I don't know. Sorry, keep going, Barrett.
Yeah, Joel. That's it.
All right. Yeah, our 2 votes for Rick, I believe, were Double D and Seamus's first time he voted for him. Right? Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool. So we did count his already. So right now we are at 7-2. I don't think this is gonna go. I don't think this is gonna go this lopsided. Maybe Dave was right. Dave,
I'm going
You're voting
Joel
Rick?
as well.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Just waiting for Joel to kill India in the next round.
Oh, man.
Reggie, don't piss Jack
I
off.
feel like this
All right.
is personal now.
Yeah, dude, Dave does that, man. Dave's an asshole.
Oh yeah, you might seem
It's
nice.
cool.
but
I
Yeah.
have another.
He gets up there
button
with
button.
smiles and then punches the
All right,
kidney.
it's all about the passive aggressive with Dave. For me that's Joel. Again, it's pretty close, but Joel does have the edge.
Jacka.
Jacka.
Joel survived for 20 years doing what he had to do. He didn't even have anything to live for. Like, we've had a discussion, Taco, about like if our child died, like, just off yourself. What is there to live for? Like,
He tried
he
in the
survived.
show and didn't
He
make it.
survived past all of that.
Dave seems so
Well,
nice.
that's because he found another kid.
Yeah,
Kind of a
exactly.
kid, but, like,
He
you know,
waited
like,
20
13
years.
to fight in a
No,
bunch.
yeah.
I've got a lot of fans.
Pedro. I mean, Joel.
Yeah, I did leave out something that they said in the car, like one of the forums I was looking at, gave him the ability of strong teeth, and I'm like, I'm not typing that. But yeah, it's because he killed a guy by ripping
He's
his
got
jugular
full
out.
dental coverage.
Strong biters.
Yeah,
Joel,
and that's in the apocalypse when you're not brushing your teeth. No, that's Rick. Rick bit a dude's neck.
Joel could bite a motherfucker. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Joel adapts.
Right now, we only got Don left, and I'm at
Yeah.
9-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pure brutality. Rick is brutal, but Joel in the game, man, is just brutal to another level. Yeah, Joel.
I tried to argue for Rick. I do like that the poll was way closer.
His mind.
Yeah, and it's like that the whole game, though.
And the body
We
count was
just
like
finally got to see him.
a fraction of what it should be.
All right, guys, we got one. We got still 2 more for round 1 to get through. So.
Oh boy!
And we have the longest one. Please, whoever feels like speed reading, I can do it, but I don't speed read.
I can read real fast. But I don't
The guy on here
that
whose English is not
volunteering.
there.
It sounded like
The guy who's on here whose English is their second language is the third language is the one who wants to do it. All right.
No,
You want, man?
Between the lines.
Oh no, I was just saying.
All right, guys, we're at 2 hours. Let's.
This is the biggest
Oh
card.
my god!
Do you want to back down? I can do it for you.
I can read real fast and cool.
All right.
Elias,
Would you like me to read
Gunslinger
it?
of
If
Gilead.
anybody wants to read it more than I do,
No,
I'll just,
Frenchie's got
split
it.
out.
All right, Frenchie's got it.
The Gunslinger, old long, tall and ugly, old white daddy, and the really bad man. Height 6'3". Abilities: high intelligence, skill.
I'm gonna go
in
get something to
hand-
drink. I'll be right back.
Hand-to-hand combat
Rob,
and
go
investigation. Telepathy, while relatively unskilled in the touch, he is proficient enough to read a person's mind and predict their next thought. In the drawing of the 3, he was described as having known what was in Eddie's mind before Eddie knew it himself, and seeing Eddie make his move before Eddie knew he was moving. He was able to telepathically reach out and establish contact with Stephen King while the latter was in a different part of the sea from him. And hypnosis was thought a minor form of hypnotism by Martin Broadcloak in his youth. Can reach out and touch the minds of those he was hypnotized prior. Weapon mastery, an expert marksman and gunslinger, as well as proficient knife thrower. Immortality, it is heavily implied that the wasteland that he no longer ages. Enhanced senses. Saw the Crimson King from what he deemed to be 5, possible even 3 miles away. Saw a door an entire 2 hours worth of walking before a man with 20/20 vision could do the same. Can hear a drop of water hit the ground while in the middle of active battlefield. Extrasensory perception. Can intuitively sense when he's being watched. Immortality negation. Regeneration negation. Non-physical interaction and resurrection negation with the guns of Deschain. His guns are implied to be capable of harming incorporeal beings as well as permanently killing regenerative immortals. Above average speed. Stamina. Managed to survive walking across the desert for 8 days without food, 2 of which he had also gone without water. Endurance, lived through being shot in the chest by multiple firearms at once, followed by taking a direct blow to the head from a man far stronger than him physically. He has stood back up after falling 4 stories into a moving bus and casually got up as if nothing happened to him, getting hit with a steel I-beam hard enough to send him flying and having a large pile of stone debris dropped on him from above. And strength. Snapped a man-sized mutant wolf's neck with his bare hands when he was only 14. Tossed a man into a wooden shelf with enough force to smash it into pieces and do with only 1 arm. Destroyed a doorway with a single kick as a teenager. Master marksman. Can shoot and reload his revolvers with such speed he appears to be using a machine gun. Able to shoot down snitches which travel faster than I can see. Has shown comparable combat speed to Randall Flagg and shoot down and during a fight with him, was able to block multiple speeding bullets with nothing but his gun, with some distance between them, but was eventually overwhelmed. Resistance to magic, background lore states that the spell of white guards him against magic, madness and mind manipulation, and radiation. Fourth wall plot armor. Stephen King specifically saves him when he's in danger, but since Stephen King is not running this gauntlet, he has no power here.
Boom.
Equipment. A combat knife that never loses its edge, a custom belt, a gun belt, a grow bag which generates money and supplies, a prying tool, numerous guns cleaning supply, the guns of Deschain, 2 revolvers forged from the melted down steel of Excalibur. Known weakness. Obsessed with his quest for the Dark Tower. Possesses a rather straightforward approach to most conflicts, and has stated himself that he has a trouble thinking around corners. Occupation Gunslinger. Quote, first comes smiles, then come lies, last is gunfire.
Good job, Frenchie. All right. Thank you for reading that. Oh,
Now I
my
can
God.
breathe.
That's
Oh, that's cute. Thanks, Stephen King.
Wow.
Somebody had enough time to make a Stephen King account.
It was a very long slide.
Yeah. All right. I will get back into what that means if we need to, but essentially when it comes to the fourth wall break, he does meet actual Stephen King in the books. He travels to the world that Stephen King is in, and then when he goes back, Stephen King, since he's writing the story, gives him a literal plot armor so he survives. But that being a fourth wall break, following logic, since Stephen King's not actually here to protect him, except for the one in the comments, that doesn't count.
How high was Stephen King when he wrote that book?
This is past his coke days. It's probably just. But I'm guessing.
Let's just go on to the victim.
All right. I got a pretty good argument for Man with No Name, but I'll read this one. Alias is Joe by Pepperino. No N. Marco and Blondie by Tuco, and The Good. If you're wondering which one he was. He is 6'4" because all cowboys are tall. Abilities: high intelligence. He is highly deceptive. He has superhuman reactions and a strong will. He's a master marksman, horseman, and skilled with explosives. He's a hand-to-hand brawler. Peak human. Hey, guys, that's it. Take a drink. Speed. He dodged gunfire. Endurance, stamina. He wandered 30 miles through the desert without water before collapsing. I know that just sounds cute after what we
That's
just
through the desert on a horse with no name?
Yep, that too.
On a man with no name.
In the strength, he sent a man flying with a slap. Has knocked down people with a one hit. His cult, 1851 Navy, the cartridge conversion, and the Winchester 1866, also known as the Yellow Boy. Weaknesses? None. Occupation, bounty hunter. Quote, you see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns and those who dig. You dig? There we go. And if you want to see what his Colt looks like and his rifle, the Yellow Boy or Yellow Man, whatever they call it, and just him being sexy. Yellow Boy.
I mean,
all right. I got my argument. I want this all to be said.
Is it the slapping?
He should have been paired up with Django.
No.
Fight.
All right. Roland is based off Man with No Name. And also, yes, you just read this huge, long thing.
Wall of text.
Almost none of it was about... He's gone. Almost none of it was about combat. So much of it was about how he can survive for a very long time, how he's been around for 3,000 years, about how his weapons can kill, like things that can regenerate immortal beings. Of course, any weapon can kill him. He isn't any more unkillable than the Man with No Name. All of his powers help him be a cowboy. He is not any extra when it comes to, he doesn't have, superhuman strength. He doesn't have anything like that. All of Roland's powers help him with survival going through the wastelands and help him being able to travel through different dimensions, but they're not so much combat. All that stuff was about his extrasensory. Who cares if you see 5 miles away, we're all in one Colosseum?
Yeah, but
what about the part where he deflects bullets?
Yeah, and he does not have a gun.
Yeah, that one is just that one is what it is. But I'm saying
he fires guns as fast as machine guns.
Yeah,
like I don't
get it. I just want what I was trying to say. Just because I was just trying to say 90% of what he just read off wasn't combat oriented. But 10% was, and that 10% was pretty big.
That 10% counts for a lot.
And also, this guy dodges bullets. He can dodge bullets. He dodged gunfire. I wrote that down.
So
dodge machine gun.
I have one last thing, and then I'll be done. So a fellow who's been in our comments, John, has read all the books, and he's a really big Dark Tower fan. And I sent him this card, and I said, "Hey, how does this look?" And he's like, "It looks good." I said, "Okay, this is all the matchups. Is he too powerful?" And he's like, "No. You take away his plot armor, and he's pretty close to everybody else. Yes, he is powerful." And he's like, "I'm not saying he's not going to win, but I'm saying that he is not broken for this." So if that anyone starts saying, I literally asked our Dark Tower expert, and his opinion was that he's not overly broken for this match.
But he couldn't help you condense it.
Nope.
He wouldn't do that. You don't know, John.
I didn't want to give it. I felt like it all needed to be all that was important. I did
all of it.
That was
the entire plot.
7 books. I didn't say a lot.
Stuff that doesn't have to do.
All right, 90 years of Lone Ranger, and you couldn't come up with as much as you did for this Roland shit.
People like Roland more than they like the Lone Ranger.
Roland to shit.
Exactly, John. Thank you.
Yeah, I would not.
I think you might be a little bit biased. I don't know.
I'm not biased. I haven't even made it. Those books.
I think John might be a little bit biased.
John does not think that Roland's going to win this bracket. I asked him.
How did the poll come out?
Thank you.
Nobody's read 7 Stephen King books.
I saw the movie with Matthew McConaughey. And
say nobody. That's absolutely not true.
Yeah. So 13 votes. Roland has won by 1. It is 54
and that was Stephen King just now.
to 46.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen.
I don't know who made the Stephen King one, but please,
Stephen King.
I want an honor.
All
right, I want it to be honored. Whoever did it, the honor system, don't vote twice. Please just vote with either Stephen King or with whoever made it. I'm just saying.
I love Dave.
If it's not Stephen King, I vote Billy.
Including myself.
It does sound like either Billy or John, but John's too talking. Yeah, see, John thinks that Legolas is going to win. But anyways, the guy with the elf with the bow. All right, so the votes were only 40, or were like one off. It was 54 to 46. That is not very one-sided. And let's not, the Sergio Leone Dollars trilogy, so Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, and Man with No Name are a lot of stuff. And Man with No Name, or not, sorry, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Man with No Name goes through a lot. Sure, it isn't 7 books of Stephen King, but it's not like he has one gunfight under his name. Dude sees a lot, especially just in just rewatching Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which I did.
But
awesome.
Roland, he can predict things before they happen.
That's
yes, he can survive. A lot of it has to do with survival, but his supernatural guns and his supernatural ability to see things coming before they happen, be it a couple of seconds or not, still gives him an edge. Even though the Man with No Name is awesome, he still has a supernatural ability that Man with No Name does not have.
This is just I who said it in the chat before? Roland is just a Man with No Name plus magic. This, I think we're arguing for argument's sake here, and I don't think it's just the novella
honestly
that was on Roland's.
I was more or less just arguing for me setting this matchup because I don't want people to think that I put up a bad matchup.
I think it's just, sometimes a number 1 seed plays a 32 seed. And, like, it happens.
No, 32 seed is the girl from the Spy Who Shagged Me, okay?
Is that really?
Wow.
We're gonna.
Wow.
Felicity Shagwell versus Roland. Who do you guys got? Hey, she shakes.
She's a woman. Nobody would remember her name.
Jeez, Jacko, why do you say sexist things like that? What's wrong with you?
Trask.
All right, you're seeing things before I'm seeing things. But all right, we do have one vote from the poll to Roland, and I'm trying to see.
Also voting for Roland.
Did Stephen King vote? Yep, I'm biased. We know you are, Stephen. That's got to be Billy. It's just got to be. The discussion is really, do we? Oh, sorry, I should just put up the thing I'm reading up. We really think adding fantasy elements to the character makes him weak. I don't think it makes him weaker or really stronger because he's part of his universe and he's still killable in his universe. It doesn't. Like, you think Roland wouldn't struggle through the Civil War? Like it was still a hard time for everybody.
Well, no, what I think is, I think I argued this a long time ago. It's the universe they exist in is the reality they take in, and just some realities are tougher realities than others.
So, do we need to argue, or do we want to keep going? Are we cool with going to votes?
Yeah.
I'm. For a lot of reasons which we didn't get to, the three-way frickin' standoff at the end of Man with No Name. Sorry, I said three-way and Jacko looked up. Three-way standoff between Tuco and Angel Eyes, and he ends up winning it. He shoot 2 people before one of them could shoot him. I can't remember how it goes on. I just watched it too. But there's a lot of really cool stuff, and I do think I'm gonna go with, not just to be contrarian, but I want to go with Man with No Name. And even though we barely got to talk about him because we had so much to talk about with Roland, I am going him. So I'm going Man with No Name.
All right. Do you want to go around the horn backwards, Jedi Master?
Man with No Name. Whatever. He has like 3 names, right? John is one of them.
Randy, Bob, Billy.
Yeah, Randy. Joe. See, I was close. Yeah.
Bob.
Who do we want? Do we want to start Marie, or do we want to go
start
backwards? All right, go ahead, Marie.
Because I really wanted to say this the whole time.
Sorry.
But I figure it was adding more for Roland, so I didn't say this, but I will now because Excalibur freaking revolvers. Like, are you kidding me?
Pretty badass.
Like,
very cool.
That's done.
A shame. I like swords.
Like, Excalibur guns. I'm done.
I don't know
Roland.
Excalibur. She said she voted Roland.
No, I'm not talking about her.
No, why
did she doesn't know what that is?
Oh, doesn't know what the Excalibur is?
Like the Excalibur?
King Arthur's sword.
King Arthur's sword?
Yeah. But like he pulled a gun out of a rock? Did I?
No. They melted down the sword and made 2 guns out of them.
Oh, well, they do that all the time.
Okay.
Not with a sword that was.
Everybody's got one of those. I got one of
those. He's got revolvers made out of King Arthur's sword. All right, Brandy's voting Roland. And then
I got an Excalibur right here. I mean, I don't know what you guys are.
We got Man with No Name from John. Is this you telling me what his names are, or is this you voting for him?
Yeah.
I would love to get John to not vote for Roland. That would be great. All right, so you voted Marie. You voted Roland.
Yes.
Barrett, where are you leading?
Green poncho.
Be more specific. You going Man with No Name?
Yeah, I'm going Man with No Name.
Yeah, of course, John's voting Roland.
I just love those films.
They're so good.
I don't know. It's just iconic. I don't even care about the fight.
It's so weird that people
like the character
talk crap about spaghetti westerns as being like a bad part of the genre, but then you look at how good Sergio Leone's are, and you're like, dude, these are some of the best films ever made. Like, who cares?
The characters.
Like, seriously, calling spaghetti westerns the best films ever made.
Yeah, these 3. Some of them.
No. The best
Well,
spaghetti
Fistful of
Western.
Dollars, they get better.
They're the
Fistful of Dollars is
they're the
good.
Godfathers of Western.
Yeah, but like Fistful of Dollars is good. A few dollars more is slightly better, and then I was called Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is like a masterpiece.
But
Yeah,
we're not.
yeah.
They're not coming in comparing IMDb scores. It's a fight. Roland wins.
That's
Well,
fair.
yeah, because the Dark Tower books or the Dark Tower movies sucked.
Actually, I mean, if
All right,
if
so Dave voted
No Name
Roland.
did die, I'd take his clothes. So
Yeah.
I'd be doing him a favor.
Frenchie, I made you read that huge card. I bet you're gonna vote for.
Well, and the funny thing is, I really don't like Dark Tower books. I've tried and I can't. I
Really
really
hard
love
to
the man
do.
with no name. I love his movies, but I can't deny that
I love your movies.
he would win. Roland would win in a fight. It's just for me the supernatural aspect, and not just because it's supernatural, but the actual abilities he have, they trump.
Yeah.
You just lost.
If
Mary.
he was sorry, John was saying such a bad movie isn't the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower. So you're going Roland. We are 6-3, not as one-sided as I thought it would be. Who did we lose now? Oh, Marie's gone.
Mary.
She removed herself. She's just off.
Yeah, I when I look up and I see one less person, and then I see that I haven't read a private chat, I usually just assume what the private chat says. I do check it to make sure it isn't "I hate you" and I'm never coming back, because that does happen sometimes.
I only say that sometimes.
It does happen?
Yeah, I've had people "I
That's
hate
just
you" and I'm
really
never
nice.
coming back during streams. Okay, where were we then? Everyone voted, right?
Dave and Jedi didn't.
I
didn't.
I voted
didn't
before
vote.
you did.
Pretty
Luke.
sure.
Oh my god, I
Yeah,
thought
I didn't.
it
He
got
just
all
got-
messed
he
up
got
after
weirdly
Frenchie
moved
left.
over.
It all got messed
Yeah.
up. Or after Marie did. Who didn't vote? Jekka, Dave, and Don. All of them. All right.
Half
I
the
voted-
chat hasn't voted?
I voted for Roland. Let's.
You vote you now or just no? You did vote.
I already did. You kept
Yeah,
saying Dave.
you
What I'm saying.
Who hasn't voted?
Dave, vote. Come on.
Oh my god! Stop messing with me. I'm too dumb right now. Who hasn't voted?
I actually haven't.
All right. Who do you got?
I'm really upset because I really wanted to vote for a man with no name because that's the only thing that I'm like culturally familiar with. But
Well, do
Roland is just like man with no name plus magic.
All right.
So I guess I have to on the basis
You don't have
of
to do
facts.
anything.
You don't have to do
All you
anything.
got to do is stay Jekka and die.
We all
Actually,
have to
that's
go to
all it
bed
is.
at some point.
Yeah, that's something we do have to do. All right. You voting?
Hey, I'm not holding it up. I just did that one time, and that was a Hail Mary thing, and it happened, and it's
I'm
done.
still
So we
upset.
don't have to keep bringing it up. So
Roland.
Roland.
Dave gets sore. So everybody voted.
I don't think
Keep it
Roland.
up, and I will
Roland,
keep this
magic
going for
guns.
like 3 F1.
All right, it's Scalaguns for the win. And yeah, it looks like Stephen King came in and freaking plot armored this. What a jerk. All right, we got Roland. And to celebrate the fact he won, we will read this all over again.
And that's all the time we have, folks.
Yeah. All right, Roland.
That's where we
moving on.
grab one of those canes and pull you off by the neck.
And because I really wanted to use this match that was actually in a different bracket at one point, and I was like, screw it, I'm bringing him over. I like it too much. We got Katniss versus Legolas. This might also be another clean sweep, but I will argue for the person who everyone's not going to argue for.
So Katniss.
Yeah, Katniss. All right, Katniss Everdeen. Alias, the girl on fire, Mockingjay, and Miss Everdeen. She is 5'7", gross. Abilities, peak human speed, killed 3 monkey mutts. Wow, that's a messed up thing to name something.
Couldn't even tell you.
In 4 seconds.
That's
Accurately tagged and killed 4 lizard mutts in about 5 seconds. These are with bows. It's really hard to draw that quick. Dodge holographic attacks, some fireballs, and a surprise throwing knife attack. Stamina, endurance, survived an artificial lightning strike. Wow. Tanked being thrown into a metal railing by a superhuman mutt with no injuries. Outright survived a large explosion but was only knocked out by it. And strength can harm superhuman mutt creatures. Back to the mutts. Master markswoman archery and thrown weapons, highly skilled in stealth, hunting, trapping, fishing, survival, first aid, herb lore, climbing, swimming, running, strategy, and leadership. Her equipment, her bow and arrow, ooh, nice misspell there, Mark, with regular explosives, shot down a hovercraft, and incinerary arrows. Known weakness, she's stubborn, impulsive, emotionally fragile, and suffers from borderline personality disorder. Holy crap.
What?
And yeah, apparently. And PTSD.
Where did you learn that?
The thing I read this off of. An occupation.
More sources.
Okay.
Serious diagnosis.
All right, she's the victor of the 47th Hunger Games. She is the female
74th.
tribute of the 74th. Oh my God, guys, 75th Hunger Games, and a symbol of the rebellion of Mockingjay. I volunteer as tribute.
And that's the only cool thing she ever said.
Yep, and then a cat
Pretty
just
much.
came into my room. That's
Pretty much.
there you go. And Marie's back, and this is about
What is the basis for saying she has borderline personality
because the
disorder?
two different things I read off it said
I
it. If
don't
you want
remember that from the book.
Jekka, I want to move on. If you want to disregard it, then disregard it. Then we can disregard it. Let's get to Legolas. Because the thing I read said it, and I went with it. I'm not going to read 3 books this next week or last week. Legolas, Legolas Greenleaf, Legolas, Elven word, the elf and prince of Woodland Realm. What?
We're just saying it. Go ahead.
Thrandurin? Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
Good
good
try.
enough.
6 feet tall, which is short for an elf. Abilities: high intellect, expert tactician, leadership, resourcefulness, expert tracker, and strong will. Master acrobat, climbed up a charging Oliphant, and master combatant. Did I say that twice? No, I didn't. All right. Archer and swordsman, shoots arrows at incredible rate in multiple at once. Elven physiology, immortality. It's just he lives forever,
Longevity,
not like it's longevity type. Stamina. All right, I got Elvish speed, strength, reflexes, senses, agility, dodges melee and attacks with ease. Can fight for entire battles without trying, and run for days and feel no fatigue whatsoever, even given so far as to enjoy it. Balance and grace, can run on snow and falling debris, which is insane, seemingly weightless. Equipment: bow of Galadhrim, one-handed sword, and limitless arrows. Known weakness: rather close-minded. It tends to see things from direct standpoint, requiring Aragon to analyze things more closely for him. Rather eccentric, even airheaded at times. Elf princeling, his occupation is elf princeling and a member of Fellowship of the Ring. Quote: the stars are veiled, something stirs in the east, a sleepless menace, an eye of the enemy is moving. And here's a gif. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Tuck.
Yeah, I mean, come on. The dude slides down a stairwell on a shield and destroys people with arrows. He then climbs an Oliphant, takes out like 15 guys, puts 3 in its head, and slides down his trunk. Not to mention the coolest part of the Hobbit series, where he's standing on their heads and when they're going down the river and the little things. He's always the most badass character. He would easily destroy Katniss. Katniss can't touch him in a hand-to-hand battle with bows.
I'm going for Katniss. The weakness.
Oh, no way. Come on.
The weakness of Legolas plays in the strengths of Katniss. He is not the best observer. He needs other people to observe for him, and he doesn't always do the smartest choice. He goes for the most obvious choice. And the one thing that Katniss is missing is the fact that she can set traps. She's a survivalist. She's used to analyzing everything before making any move. So
Also,
I'm actually going for Katniss.
Her arrows can do this.
And Legolas kills a Mumakil from point blank range. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. And Lou, you're talking about, and I don't want to get into arguments, but we're talking about making traps and stuff. Like, that's not in her equipment list right now, so that's not.
But it's part of her. It's part of her.
It's not on the card. I don't know what to tell you. She doesn't have it.
It was more of a hobby than bipolar disorder or borderline personality disorder.
You're so vexed on that.
I got a
I'm
question.
so mad.
Did you kill
So,
anything
but
besides
I'm making an argument for Katniss.
This is why I send out the cards, and you didn't want to look at them. You could have told me to take it off, and then I would have taken it off. I try so hard to not have one of these, and that's why I'm mad. I'm like, but I try so hard to have other people look at these. All right, sorry,
Jacka. First of all, Legolas doesn't call on other people for help. Aragon.
He's got a whole fellowship. What are you talking about?
He has competition.
Super
strong
It's not Legolas of the Ring. It's Fellowship of the Ring, not Legolas of the Ring.
No.
Legolas wins hands down. We got a lot of
Y'all are
these.
lying.
By the way, I want to say Brandy went Katniss, which is awesome. And Seamus is saying one-handed, hands down. We're just losing hands. Just smooth like a dolphin.
Sure.
Look, I have nothing against Kat. I think Katniss is pretty badass in her own right. But if we're putting her up against Legolas,
we haven't done the polls, and I want you to see.
Yeah.
Legolas is 88.
I know that.
88 to 12.
I respect it, man. I respect it.
Only argument is technology.
What's it, closet
She does fire quickly. She's able to kill like 4 things in 5 seconds or whatever. Like she does fire quickly, and she might get stuck with a couple bows, but this isn't, or a couple arrows. This isn't a normal arrow. She can blow him out of the water. He doesn't deal with grenade missile arrows normally. My only argument for Katniss is technology.
Okay, that's fair.
He's super acrobatic. He can get out of the way.
She is that.
Super acrobatic.
I'm sorry, but I do jumping jacks really well, so I'm going
Check
to
it go.
Yeah, what Brandy said. She literally fights AI designed to kill her. She is so freaking smart. She is fighting with like years of oppression on her side.
That's true
She is a for the people, like capital fist. She is the fighter for the people. Like she is fighting against districts that like train their whole lives for like leisure to be in this Olympics of the Hunger Games, and she smashes all of them from the coal mines.
So is is a simulated lightning bolt like still a normal lightning bolt? Because that's hardcore. Like surviving.
Katniss, you're talking about all this experience she has though, but that's that's Legolas blinking. And he's got more experience than every person in Katniss's family tree.
Katniss has rage. Katniss has feminist rage on her side.
Where was that argument for Laura, Jekka? Where was that argument for Laura?
Legolas has
it was against Harrison Ford. That's what that was.
Okay.
Feminist rage.
I don't think anyone's gonna change anybody's minds. Are we? I'm gonna get. I don't like Bear being this close to me. There you go. There you go. Wow. I like being next to Marie.
That is the way it is. You know.
It is. It is the way. Okay.
It's the way.
We got to move, guys. And is everybody canceled? Is everybody feeling like they know where they're gonna go?
Yes.
I know exactly where I'm going.
I don't. So what we're gonna do is start with Don and go backwards up to me. So we're gonna go Don to Jekka to Frenchie to Dave to Barrett to Marie to Mark.
That is a lot of things to remember.
I came into this thinking I was gonna go one way. No, I'm going Legolas, of course.
Wait. I think I caught everybody in the chat. So I believe it is 4-1 before votes, right, Dave?
Yeah.
John, Seamus, Dan, and someone else. Oh, and the polls.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Katniss from Brandy. Brandy's going. I think we're gonna have to rally girl power here. This is what it looks like. What?
But he is killable. Like so's Katniss. She's a person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can I keep showing the explosive blow
rage.
up arrows? All right. Go ahead. Jekka, vote. Oh, no, Don vote. And you voted Legolas. So we're at 5. And Jekka, You're voting for the elf?
raging so hard right now for Katniss.
This is
It's like insane.
Oh no, her feminism is glowing. Oh no.
I am so feminist raging for Katniss. Also, inaccurately describing her as having bipolar disorder.
I said borderline
personality. Please
borderline personality disorder.
Please show me where that came from.
One of the
it's not a factor.
things I
We
looked
can
up.
pretend
It's not a factor.
It's not a thing. Who cares?
I said we'll take it out. I would have taken it out if you wanted to read them first, but you wanted to be surprised. And holy crap, you were surprised. Okay.
I was so surprised.
Yeah, I do remember when Hawkeye swept. Trust me, I remember.
I hated it.
So
all right.
You changed camps now. Hawkeye can take
didn't vote for
Katniss
Hawkeye.
out easy.
So Jekyll went Katniss. Frenchie, where are you going?
Katniss.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
I want this to be fightable. Dave, you're going Katniss.
Legolas.
Yeah, that's what.
Kills the Mooma kill.
Yeah.
All right. Barrett's currently fighting with who he wants to vote for and being a contrarian and voting for the underdog. Which one are you going to go with? I know that you want to vote with Katniss just because there's been so many
Whoever we
arguments.
put through is just getting killed by Roland. So.
I would have been so cool.
If anyone's going to kill Roland, it's going to be Legolas.
All right. Well, no. Don't discount feminist rage.
He's
Where was that rage for Laura?
Not for an elf. Look at this fight. This is good.
What about for a friend?
He's a blonde man.
So
Go far.
I'm going Legolas, and it's because he's he's an elf, so he's got that going for him. He's much more capable. He's much more acrobatic. He's supernatural. Like
Literally
he's not
got
real.
anti-gravity powers.
The feats that he's done, and he's lived forever. He's fought in countless battles. He fights hordes of enemies. Not like Katniss.
All right.
Is one-on-one.
Sorry, but
Sorry.
a simple yes would work. We gotta move
I'm
on.
sorry.
Sorry to shut you down, but I think we get what you're saying.
Sorry, Barrett.
I feel like you're not.
Are you voting Legolas then?
This is feminist rage.
It's understandable. Legolas. Marie, go.
I gotta shut my door. Be right back.
It's literally such a juxtaposition because Legolas was like at a formative time in my youth. He was a very cute boy. And feminist rage though.
I can see why you'd push against that.
Sorry, I got interrupted by a 2-year-old woke up, so her mom's gonna try to get her back down.
Marie, where are you voting?
I am still cool with Katniss just because, like Jekka said, the dystopianness of it all, living through a dystopian situation, like that gives you a lot.
Fighting in an arena is kind of what she does.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, like it's kill or be killed. So.
And Legolas has killed millions of people.
Millions of like orcs and stuff. They don't even count. They're like
Yeah,
garbage.
you can make the
Garbage.
explosion argument. He deals
He's
with
killed
explosions.
HP1 characters.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my contrarian and voting for the underdog doesn't always work. I'm going Legolas. As much as I don't really care for like Lord of the Rings, I've never really watched it. Never. What? I'm not.
You
don't
didn't
say
vote
that.
for Laura, Jekka. You've lost the high ground.
Don't say that because it's not like then somebody's gonna tweet it and the next thing you know I'm in trouble. It's a joke.
Feminism or whatever Mo used to
Hashtag
say.
feminism. I am a
feminist.
Okay. It was 9-4. We tried.
At least Legolas is a pretty elf, you know. He can be a.
We need
He's a very feminine elf.
We need like I feel like literally this is the danger zone. The Roland Legolas, like anyone coming out of this area is gonna win.
Yeah.
All right.
100.
Round 2. This is when we finally can move through. We don't have to argue anymore. We don't have to read long cards anymore. Although when we get to Roland, I will make somebody reread it. I'm kidding. I didn't write it all up for nothing. You guys remember this dude?
Oh yeah, Mal.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Didn't we
This
age
guy
2 years since we
versus
talked about
this
him?
guy.
Oh,
I bet you
man.
his pants were tight too, though.
He's literally referred to by a character as Captain Tight Pants.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, in the pants of tightness.
What does he say? Bang. Yeah. I mean, let's look at his pants. Yeah, they're not that bad. They're not that tight. But they're tight in the scene when they go to the dance.
Should we really like give arguments or just vote right
I'm down to just go right to votes. We normally do. If anyone
votes.
feels like they need
Yeah,
to
just
say like something straight out, hey, this is something different from the last one, and I feel like it needs to be stated that a blah 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 blah, then you can. But dude, if you know where you're going, we already went through these characters inside and out.
Brooklyn is voting for Mal.
Who is? It's not Brooklyn. It's Brandon.
Brandon? Oh, I'm sorry. I have like my cord is like completely broad.
But remember the indie snake thing, like guy.
What?
That's such a fun thing later on.
I'm lost right now.
Is that what you're saying?
Gotta make what? I'm so
There's a
lost.
long game
Indiana
going
Jones
on.
is afraid of
Oh,
snakes.
because you
Snake
really
Plissken's
want
gonna
Snake to fight Indy. Yeah,
Right.
I know.
There's a
That's
long
like
game.
right now we got 2 votes for Mel, John and Brandy voting alongside each other. They joined forces, guys.
Mal. They voted for Mal, really.
Yeah, they meow. Meow.
Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that's bad.
Do we just want to go right to votes? Does
let's
anyone
go on
have
here.
anything they want to say, or are they undecided?
No, we're good.
Cool. I'll start with Snake Plissken.
Okay.
You know why? Because Kurt Russell.
I don't know.
Done. Argue.
Cool.
I'm kidding.
Well,
All
not.
right. Marie, who are you thinking?
Mal.
Oh, wow. I did not see this coming. If Mel wins, I'm actually going to be really shocked.
Is it me?
Oh, wow.
Another vote for Mal in the
If
chat.
we queen sweep over Snake, I'm going to be shocked. All right, yeah, go ahead. Who's
You guys were all.
Cade?
Cade?
I'm lost. All right. Orson, who you voting?
I'm going Mr. Reynolds.
Wow.
Owen Wilson?
Yeah. Dave?
Yeah, it's Mal. I don't like.
Am I in a weird world here? I totally thought Snake was going to stop. Frenchie?
No.
Ah!
Wow.
I think we're all voting with our hearts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it has any.
I mean, when you, again, to bring up his endurance, he can take a heck of a beating.
Totally true.
Yeah.
If I was, yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's a space
all right.
cowboy.
Destiny jokes. Okay. It's a Destiny reference. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm right over my head. So Trask
got
also
it.
Mel then. Oh my.
Look at you go, Trask.
7-1. Is it Jekka?
Yeah.
All right.
In that case, I'm voting for Clint.
John McCain?
All right. Who are you voting for, Jekka?
Television's Nathan Fillion? That was a big mouth reference.
Yeah. Who are you voting for? Are you voting for Mel?
Yeah.
Okay. And Don, are you the only other guy who's going to vote for Snake?
I've never seen this, so I have to go for Snake because I don't know what he can do.
Well, John's staring somebody down here. All right. Well, we tried, Don. But
I honestly thought
Mel just beat 7-2.
I thought Mal was going to get beat in the first round on virtue of people liking Star Wars more than Firefly.
Yeah, I thought that was. Yeah, I
That's
did
what
too.
happened in the polls.
Yeah.
But I thought
Drunk enough to bust out
my argument for
mouth
Snake,
impression.
which doesn't matter because Mel's moving on, was firepower.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. Honestly,
I mean-
Snake should have won, but
Mel's
I just like
a
Mel.
cowboy in space, man.
Yeah,
I
well,
just like Mel.
It all comes down to depth perception.
I can't
for me.
not.
I mean, Mel's moving on. I'm not going to argue for Mel moving on, even though I voted against him. So, yeah,
No, not at
this
all.
is me trying to argue.
Yeah. Good luck.
That's Nathan Fillion realizing he's in the third round. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. He doesn't want to go there. He just wants to take a nap.
And this is everybody looking at Nathan Fillion. Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't see that coming. And this is me after Snake lost. All right, sorry, I forgot I had other gifts. We have scrolling down. We got this lady versus this not lady.
God.
Wow.
Lana Django.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
good though.
mean.
So
It's a good
through my
match.
test brackets, this was a fight almost every time. Like Lana always won, Django always won. But like almost every single test had these guys next to each
That's a
other.
good one.
Yeah,
It is a good one. Yeah.
That's why I didn't move them.
Oh,
I have
I
to
love
do
both
it
of them so
right.
much, actually. So this is tough.
Does everyone know how they're voting? Because I'm actually just
I
curious.
don't know.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna vote,
I
so.
have no idea, and I love them both so much.
I know
I think I
how
know. I
I'm
think I know.
voting.
I think I know.
And
Convince me, because I love them both so much. Honestly,
oh, we gotta vote for Lana.
Two Lanas.
We got two Lanas.
Mhm.
Boom, boom, just like
It's-
that.
It's not a bad.
Randy
it's not a
and
bad
John
pick.
are like, oh,
In
Randy
sync.
said, ain't nothing. She's like, easy. They didn't even have to try that one. That's what she's saying. And I'm saying, Lana! No, I don't.
I don't think Django could. I think he would respect her too much.
And then he's gonna get shot with
No,
modified
I think he'll
Tech
do
Nines.
whatever it takes to get back to his wife, and if that means
Right,
shooting a woman in the
that too.
face, he'll do it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Yeah, that's a problem. I think the technology thing is that her weapons are new.
But she has magic.
But she also sprays and
magic.
prays. She just will empty out 100 bullets because
Yeah.
it's 50, and she's just gonna go, whoa! And
True.
if he
True, but
survives
if we're talking
100
like
bullets, then sure, then he can.
Lana will
I mean,
take
they
some
just be
bullets,
best
and then if
friends
she
and
gets
right
her
off-
hands on that guy, he is dead.
her sausage
I
fingers.
I disagree. Through the he survived slavery argument, he is tough if
Lana
she gets his
Kane
hands
is
on him.
naturally strong.
Lana
She is
never been a
naturally
slave.
strong.
Like I also think, you know, outside of the magic guns, I think there are scenes where Django is getting shot at by like 12 dudes, which could
Dave's
be the
man boner
equivalent
for
of a
Django
machine
is
pistol.
Powerful.
Look, my
I love
enemy.
her.
I
He
agree with
But it's
you.
Lana.
Thank you, Jekko. We could join forces here. This could
Oh my
be it.
Don't.
Wait,
Yeah,
John
I-
and Brandy joining forces I can barely handle. I don't need you guys
Jekko,
joining.
we
You
could
will
do
regret
this.
it, Jekka.
Yeah, you were good, yeah.
Lou, join the Canadian.
I just like, all right, in my
All right,
dream
all right.
scenario, like Lana and Django go off
Let's-
in the sunset.
let's
they're
go to
best
votes.
friends. Her and Hildy have brunches together.
Let's go to
like,
votes.
They're besties.
Please.
Okay.
And who wants to start? Voting. Not arguing.
Don
Barrett,
voted
go.
for Django
Lana.
in the chat, by the way.
Oh, Don did?
Yeah.
We didn't.
Not.
Dan did.
Dan, sorry. I got
Dan.
like
Oh my
I,
God.
these
So
are
I didn't.
my,
I didn't. I did not.
Don, I'm like, Don, stay out of
These are
it.
my
Yeah,
blue
right
light-
after. Right after.
These are my
both.
blue light glasses. They're not.
All
my
right,
reading
Barrett, you're
glasses.
voting whom?
Lana Kane.
Lana Kane. Lana! Dave, have you decided yet?
Django.
Django.
Yeah.
Frenchie, you want to talk? Who you voting for?
Django, all the way.
There
No
we go.
competition in my books.
The Django.
Wow, that's surprising.
I'm voting Walton Goggins. He's awesome.
And
Also,
Django
he shoots Walton Goggins' dick from like really far away.
He
Like,
does.
he's got some ammo, or he's
And
got
for
some aim on
All
him.
reports. That's small.
I don't know, man. Walton Goggins got BDE. Jekka, who you got?
Me?
Yeah, you're going Lana?
The one.
Yeah, feminist rage carried over. Like
Second.
in my ideal world, they would run off in the sunset, and Hildy and Lana have brunches together, and like they're all cool.
Lana wears the pants in that relationship.
For sure.
Lana goes to brunches with Hildy.
They just double dom Hildy. All right, all right, moving on. Don, who do you got?
Yeah, this isn't quite a blowout for me, but Django definitely takes it.
Ooh.
It slightly takes it.
We are 4-4 right now.
Modern
I got this
weapons.
correct. We
I
are
want to
tied.
think about the reload.
Marie, are you ready? Because I don't think
Yeah,
I am.
I'm
Who do you
ready.
got?
Lana brings extra guns so she can deliberately waste ammo. Like,
And that's the thing. She's
People away with
wasting
one
the ammo.
shot.
Django only needs one shot.
Exactly.
Lana can get shot once.
Marie.
Django.
Oh!
What's going on right now?
Oh my god, I don't want to tie it.
Then don't.
Yeah.
But I really don't know who I want to vote for.
It's a really hard one.
Think about their personality.
It's such a hard
Who
one.
first?
This was
Lana would shoot him first.
Django has composure. Lana doesn't.
when I
No, yeah, she does.
But
Lana would fucking
shoots like a crazy person without
but
really looking at
When
it.
she
not
gets
Archer.
freaked out, when she
She's not
gets
Archer.
angry.
You don't
When she
think
loses
that
her cool.
she's gonna
She's
get
a
freaked out with
definite
Django?
She's a
Colosseum.
professional.
She's a trained
like-
agent. She's not
Are
gonna
we
lose her
talking
cool unless
about-
something's going on.
like
Yeah.
Django sits there and takes racist abuse.
We all thought
for
we were
weeks. And it's like, fuck.
Okay, if we're talking about tolerance levels, Lana has to deal with Archer all the time.
And
Django has to deal with
Okay,
Archer.
guys.
slavery.
All right.
we're coming to have that.
Calm down, because I'm tying it up with Lana, because I'm voting with my heart. But Brandy's ginger husband comes in with the tiebreaker,
He
and
can't type it. He can't vote.
he can. He's not allowed to type in that house. Brandy doesn't let him.
All right, well, like I can just comment like with things my cat says.
He has powers, and she's allowed to do that.
Okay. So Django.
All right, fine. Then it's fine, and we're not ever moving
Like,
on.
no
Yeah,
message
I'll be here forever.
said what he voted for.
We needed a tiebreaker.
Brandy, can you?
That's fine. I don't
Brandy,
care.
can
It's
you
not- there's no
please
risk.
have him then
It's fine.
type
That's fine.
There was a
to shut these
cat
guys up?
and a dog and a mouse and a fish
It's fine.
for Lana.
He
Let's move
agreed.
on.
All right, I'm letting Django win.
It's fine.
Yes.
I'm
I like
counting.
Django too. I just. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, this was whenever I did my mock like drafts to see where it would come for me. This was the one I struggled with the most.
This was a really hard one.
Yeah.
I literally
That was
said
hard.
my
Yeah.
enemy or
Came out on top.
my enemy.
Also, I thought of all people. I know that you're on a feminist thing right now, but I thought that you wouldn't argue over the Tarantino character winning.
I know, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, it's a little crazy. All right, guys.
I just think they'd be best friends, and who would shoot first?
All right. Let's get back to the daddies.
Yes.
We got, well, it was more like a grandpa. We got this dude versus, well, I don't have a cool picture for him, but this beast.
Yikes.
Let's just skip the foreplay here.
Yeah.
I think Joel's going to take a pipe out of nowhere and beat frickin' Granny
Joel's gonna
Indy's
destroy his
skull.
face.
The Colosseum
Yeah.
is made out of bricks.
What year is the
Yeah.
Colosseum in? I mean,
What
that's never been
year
a
is
fucking
it?
question
Okay,
in the history of
Hear me
Geek
out.
Gauntlet.
Indiana Jones
Come
knows all
on.
about this Colosseum, and he's like done research on it. He can find trapdoors, and he can like slide them down.
He can be like, that is the
That argument.
heaviest brick. I am
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah, he'll be like, that floor panel's a trap.
But
All right,
Joel-
I'm going
Let's go.
Joel. I'm
Joel,
voting
let's
Joel
see.
now. I'm voting Joel right away. I think Joel's just gonna tear him
John
to
is also
pieces.
voting in the chat.
Yep, and then he voted all caps. That actually counts as two. I'm kidding. Calm down. End of
Hey,
the
hold on.
Harrison Ford Scourge.
I agree.
End of the Harrison Ford shaped Scourge. Round 2. And still no page.
Shaking my
Yeah,
head.
well, too bad.
Whoa.
Is that the
Somebody's-
ghost of me yelling?
Somebody's got some serious leg.
Now she's me, Joel. Her
Oh,
name's
because
Joel.
now-
Now, guys.
No, because yeah, now
I'm not
it's-
allowing her to vote twice. Oh, I guess she is. All right. Well, they're voting two different.
Yeah, so they might as well not vote.
Well, then just
That's
calm
a
down
joke.
about it.
It's
I'm
a
tired of people
joke.
cop-
Is
It's
everyone
a
prepared to
joke.
vote for this one?
Who's
I'm
E?
ready.
I am. With
Joel
no argument.
Eel.
Joe L.
A guy named
L.
Joe is
Vice
voting for
President.
L.
Okay.
So that's 2 votes from Trask and Joe for Joel.
Okay. Voting Joel, double D. All right, Joel is pulling this away. We're at 4-1 at my
Yeah.
count.
I got Joel for sure.
All right, Don. Now let's go backwards. Don
Oh,
voted
sorry.
first. So no, it's
Yeah.
good. No, I like it that way. I like it backwards, if you know what I'm saying. Don with a vote. So Joel just went up to 5. Either Dave or Jekka, and then we'll go that
Joel.
direction. Joel. Or Dave stole it.
Joel.
Indy.
Oh,
Nice.
Barrett.
Um,
We need a tank to get through either Roland or Legolas. We need to get Joel up there.
yeah,
No,
I
go
want to
away.
say Indy, but I think Joel actually takes more
Oh.
beating through those games.
And you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
know how much I want
He gets impaled right here.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's Joel. Yeah. He's
Especially
too strong,
straight
dude. He's too strong.
In the game, it's so more brutal. Like in,
Yeah.
the movie, he gets like just shanked,
Messy.
but like in the game, he falls into
Oh,
a
yeah.
spike.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
and he's like, "We still don't have hospitals, huh?" Like, no, we don't. Oh no. Marie,
Joel.
all right. Well, the 10-2, quite a clean sweep. And stop yelling at Brandy. All right. Barrett, I've been friends with you for almost as long as I've been friends with Brandy, but I like her more.
I know that.
just
Why
know your
why
place.
did you even say that? Where did that come from?
It just came from in here. It needed to be said.
All right.
So
fine.
mean for no reason.
I
what
mean,
I
he
do.
said it before, but he's had a reason to
Brand.
say it. This just came out of nowhere.
Oh, you're
Brand.
messing with it. All right, guys. Let's get rid of one of the
okay.
really hardcore guys so we can only have one hardcore guy left. So this is like the ending. Frenchie, do you want to read all this out, please?
Say, real quick, I really wanted that indie snake.
Yeah, I know. For
And
the
look at
thematic
how I
purposes.
voted for my daddy Pedro.
Yeah. All right. We got the bows versus the Excaliguns. It's crazy. The bow of
Stones.
Galadrim versus
Galadrim.
Excaliguns. Both are dumb made up words.
We've used technology as a voting point before. Like, this is literally gun versus bow.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Brandy?
I would. It'd be in a while. I'd watch it.
Super agility. He uses the pillars. He
defeat Darius
uses the
at full.
pillars to get behind him and arrows him right in the back of the head. That's what happens. That's what happens.
Arrow.
Roland's got
What is this,
precognition.
Teen Girls?
Arrowed.
He's a super acrobat. He's a super acrobat.
I love that acrobatics is what's like tipping you. Dude, guy can
Yes.
acrobat.
That's what I'm saying.
You ever
Okay.
ski with a trampoline? It is
Have
insanity.
you seen Robin?
That's
Have you seen
acrobatics
Batman
is
and
how
Robin?
you win in Elder Scrolls. So I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
For
only in
being honest with
Morrowind they got
themselves.
rid of that skill. It didn't mean crap.
Elder
Build up your-
Scrolls.
Morrowind is the
Yeah.
only Elder Scrolls game there is. So
I
You
have to
wish.
make a fight for Legolas in this one. I have to.
I know you have to make a point for Legolas.
Yeah,
Right
please.
now, I don't have any votes at
I have
all.
to.
Just let's start with Don. Don's going Legolas,
Yeah, I'm going Legolas for sure.
and let's not go backwards.
pulls it off.
Let's go forwards, but starting with Don. So I'll vote, and I'm going Roland because I like saying it's Scalaguns.
I mean, it's a good term.
Yeah, it is. Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the Dark Tower Master himself is going Legolas.
Hmm.
Experience matters. He's got a lot
Good
of it.
job, John. Good
Yeah,
job.
you're right. Roland's only been alive for 300 years, not 2,000 years.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, God.
3,000.
No.
3,000.
Get good, scrub.
That's Marie then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Roland because the Excaliguns.
Thank you. I know you were going to like it, too. As soon as I came up with Excaliguns, I knew you were going to like it. It sounds like a deep sea urchin. The Excaligun. I don't know. Please, stuck in a time loop. We're promised. No. Okay. No ass pulls. I told him don't pull anything out like, oh, by the way, in the book 5, Roland, blah, blah. I'm like, no.
It's so funny that you guys can't see what gets blocked on YouTube chat.
Okay.
Something is blocked on the actual.
Brandy's
Brandy.
one of Katniss.
So helpful.
I would love to vote Katniss.
Okay.
Do you want me to vote?
Yeah.
Legolas.
Where's Stephen King when you need him?
Roland on Legolas can do all the flips he wants, but Roland knows where he's going to flip before he flips.
And he kind of shoot there. Oh my
Not
god!
even Legolas knows that.
Not even Legolas knows where he's gonna flip. I didn't even know I was gonna flip. How did you know I was gonna flip?
Double D is voting Legolas.
Yeah, Double D. He's
I'm
actually
voting,
the tallest
I'm voting
guy.
Roland.
Oh,
Jack
You guys
comes down to
are
you.
way too practical. What happened to magic?
Roland's got
Roland
magic
has?
too. This is magic versus magic.
Gun magic.
Brandy's
Also,
voting
a gun that kills
Legoland.
immortals.
Legoland. That's amazing.
I like that.
I'm
one.
voting Legoland too. I'm changing my vote.
That's the third option, right? Just the place at the Mall of America one. What the heck?
That's not a Legoland.
It's not. It's not anymore. It used to be.
Well, it has never been a Legoland.
Well, it was when it was called Legoland.
Legoland in Florida.
No, never.
Here.
Was it called Jacka? Minneapolis.
The Lego
native.
store at the Mall of America has just been
It
a
used
Lego
to be-
store.
It was
We always
Legoland.
called it
It had
Legoland.
Not
Legoland.
Legoland. Legoland is a theme park.
All right, let's
That
go.
was
Beer.
a theme park. Oh,
Anyway, fucking.
She's trying to argue for Legoland. Okay.
Ah,
All
Yeah,
right.
Legos.
Brandy. I don't know if we should count Legoland as a vote for Legolas.
no, because it's
I
half
think we
Roland.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that Roland to Legoland.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just
That's
look
why she
Roland.
did it.
Jekka, did you vote?
What?
She vote. She
I
I
down.
voted
Lego
against
store.
Legolas.
Take a deep breath. So, did I write that yet? What are we? Are we at 4-3 or 5-3?
I
Dave.
literally
Oh
just
my
voted
God.
for the first time in my life, and ever. In this,
I had
this
that going five.
bracket.
I had that going
Okay,
5-4.
all right, cool.
For Roland.
Barrett, you've already
Yeah,
voted. Dom,
Legoland.
Already
Yeah, I already voted. I
Yeah,
already
she
voted.
started.
oh, you
remember?
started.
Yes, yes.
Oh, Brandy says Legolas for real this time.
Okay, well that makes
Is that a
it
tie, then?
6-3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Legolas?
Whoa,
Yeah.
Dave, I thought you had something way different.
Oh no, sorry. I had my things backwards. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
okay.
was I was looking at the numbers, but then I realized that my writing's just gotten a little sloppy.
I got
can't even
six,
read your own
I got
writing.
6
Oh,
for
that's
Legolas and
Hey, man,
3 for
fast
Roland.
paced.
Why
No,
Legolas?
because
I like
Need
Dave.
more than
I'm-
a
You're a good guy.
permanent icon.
in the chat there was a Roland, right?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, not one.
There was a
No,
Legoland.
Roland.
No,
That's close.
3 Rolands. and-
Legoland, yeah.
Yeah.
There was the closest I got was Legoland, but no.
Yeah. Legolas.
All right, feminist
Legolas.
icon Legolas.
All right, well, everyone was worried about frickin'
Sorry,
Excaliguns, and apparently it didn't mean anything against the bow of floppy.
Never,
Man,
no, stop
Legolas.
looking at me like that.
Legolas is gonna get
Got nothing against the dude who could do
My
a
name wasn't so much
suplex or
Barrett.
whatever they call.
You can do a double
Friggin-
backflip, okay?
You can do a double backflip in a triple axle, whatever. You can figure skate his way through Mordor.
You do one hell of a roller derby a person, don't you worry about
Jeez.
that.
Did you like that? Is that good? All right. I can't believe he made it to the semifinals.
I know.
And this, you guys thought the last one, they get harder and harder because right now we got
What are we talking about?
well, wait, I had to scroll up a lot.
It's
We
Mal
got
versus
this versus I gotta still scroll. The gaps are getting bigger between them. Oh, and
You
I
gotta start
passed it.
deleting gifts.
Start
as you
deleting
go.
them, yeah.
No, mind your
Oh.
Like, here's the thing. I think
Space
either-
Cowboy versus I don't know.
Natural.
Magic
Oh,
Cowboy.
man.
Either Lana
Django
or
Cowboy.
Django would have beaten Mal. Like, I think this is just
Yeah.
that was the toughest match.
I can't believe Mel got through Snake.
Yeah, Mal's lucky to be here.
I'm not getting in his way.
You shouldn't get in Django's way.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
was waiting for thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, this is pretty easy for me.
Yeah, me too.
can Barrett Sorry.
Do you put it up?
Is that also going to be covered in the post?
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. First
Might as
blood.
well. We're all gonna be there.
Oh,
All right. Sorry, I will take that down.
Nicholas.
No, I'm typing. Legolas isn't in this one. All right, we got Mal versus Django. First vote out was for Mal, and
Randy.
I'm gonna
that's
be a
better.
complete piece of crap, and I'm gonna go Mal. So much
I think
John.
we
Wow.
all-
But wait,
I love that Brandy and
Haven't
John
considered
have.
BBC.
yeah.
What about the fine programming on the BBC?
What? No, come on.
Shut up.
Oh,
Holy Chat.
Look at this.
Guys,
Look
the
at
people
this.
in this call need to come together and fight chat. Chat's being dumb right
I'm
now.
on Chad's side.
No, dude.
Working on it.
Chat is just going
We're all
nuts.
brown coats
for
here, man.
Mel. Yeah, they're all resistant.
Django literally wears a brown
goes
coat.
down
So
to
he knows who should win.
it goes down
You were the
to
brown
me
coat, you were the
to
blue coat, you were the
the
purple coat.
beating to a pulp that Mel goes through, and he still wins.
Yeah.
That's
Magic
it.
the
Django's
damned.
never been beaten in his life.
He
That's
didn't.
what I said.
I
Yeah,
can't
he ripped
say.
it.
Stop bringing up slavery because then I already gets it. It makes me look like a
He's
piece
a
of shit.
slave.
You are.
Guess what? He lost those fights. See how horrible that makes me sound?
Has
Jesus,
Mal
don't
ever
do
lived through a life of oppression
Don't think
and
so.
servitude?
He lives in the outer rim.
Only his entire life, yeah.
He lives in the
That's
southern
pretty
quadrant of the outer rim.
Mal's not magic, Django is.
Jacob.
Yeah, that's what
Mal
guys.
has space magic.
Okay, stop calling the very fun way that Quentin Tarantino does cinematography magic. It's just
magic.
him having fun with cinematography.
It's movie magic.
In Django's reality, it's magic. In the reality he brings to this fight, he is bringing magic.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think it's
Mal
funny
fights space
just
zombies.
I don't know.
Your argument is irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care. I apparently have chat on my side, so I don't have to defend. You have to defend because Jacob doesn't even have any votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, read it and weep.
start
Scoreboard,
voting.
grasshopper.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Marie or Don? Whichever one
I'm
go,
going
and then we'll
Django.
go
I'm
that
going
direction.
Django.
All right,
I'm
we'll go
going
down.
Django.
We'll go backwards. All right. Dave or Jekka?
Django.
Rainbow.
You ain't
Stay
voting?
together.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
sure.
go ahead.
You want to sing the theme song?
Frenchie.
Django!
Lou, where you going?
Django.
All right, and Jekka went Django.
Oh, forgot
Yep.
about that, Brandy. That's true.
He does
do
just
that.
kick a guy into it.
All right.
No,
Well,
that's for
before
both
this
parties.
thing walks into a plantation and murders the
Django
freaking owner.
shoots a woman from here.
She gets pulled
And she goes
into hell. We've heard it.
forward.
Mel gets
Somehow.
stabbed right here.
Yeah, right here. He
The
got stabbed.
power-
Right here.
Goes into
Barrett,
Candyland and
keep
shoots
Mal alive
Candy.
because it's tied.
It's Mel.
Andy.
It's 4-4 right now.
It's Mel. It's Mel.
Lies.
Wow.
What a ridiculous statement.
Marie, are you gonna tie it up? Or are you gonna end it?
Tie it up, Marie.
Inaccuracies.
I already accidentally gave Django a clip, so I do have it written as tied if you just want.
Oh
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
no, Brandy just made a good point.
Reavers.
Reavers.
Yeah, space zombies. That's what I said.
Yeah, they're not zombies. They're space monsters.
They're Reavers.
Like, those
They're
are zombies.
not
What about
zombies.
racists?
Yeah, they're
Racists
Reavers.
are pretty bad.
They're space.
What about racism?
And also,
What about
every
KKK?
time
So-
every time Django shoots, the opponent explodes as if they're made out of watermelon. Okay? And that does not happen with every character in the movie. That's specific
I've never seen it
Django
once happen in
magic.
Firefly.
Mal.
Okay, so if Tarantino wrote Firefly,
Yeah,
But that didn't happen.
Exploded left and
That
right.
didn't happen.
that's true.
But Tarantino's not on the panel. You
Yeah.
can't keep arguing plot armor or
Dave,
just.
Dave, you voted.
There's not enough feet.
We're
here.
voting.
We all gotta
I'm
show
just-
our feet, and then Tarantino will appear.
I get it.
Like
Marie,
Stevie
are you
King
going
would
to
wear.
tie it, or are you going
I already voted.
Who?
For Mal.
Mal.
Oh, then Mel wins it.
Wow.
Everyone at my work, when I tell them that Mel made it to the finals, they're gonna go, "What?
How much is Taco paying you, Murray?
None of your business."
Nothing.
dude.
I don't have any money.
Smart
He's
woman.
paying me with friendship.
Wow.
You could have four
Loaded.
more friends down
It's
here.
the only nice thing anybody said. all night.
Don't trust me. They're not worth it. It's quality over quantity, and they're Canadians. Ah!
Oh man.
Yes, Canadian
Oh,
dollars.
jeez.
It's inflation. Four of them.
A legend dollar.
Stephen King plot art. It's a different picture of Stephen King. Too. Isn't it?
It is.
No.
No, it's the same one.
Oh, it is.
Or
It's
is
the
it?
same, Stephen. All right, plot armor doesn't work here. Tarantino doesn't either. Yeah, if he can't save Gunslinger, then Tarantino can't save Django. All right, I'm sorry,
Yes,
Dave,
I
but
quit.
I'm ready to
we
move
all
on.
got together and we decided to vote against you no matter what. That's
Wow.
that's just
Yeah, he
Wow.
took me aside and he's like, "So you never met this guy, but
This is the first upset. This is the first real.
he has
upset.
too many blue lights in his room."
This is the
gotta shut
fact
him
that
down.
Mel made it.
Every breath Mel
So
takes is
blue
an
in
upset.
there.
Yeah, no, Mel's living on borrowed time in the finals. Holy crap! Because he's either gonna walk into this monster of flannel or
Oh my
Hey, Joe.
God.
this monster of elf and flannel.
I hate him.
One side
this is
significantly stronger. If Mel can make it through the other side, then
This
this
is
side's
rude.
apparently way stronger.
Still, he fights orcs.
In it.
Like they're way stronger.
And
And Orakai, hand to hand.
I
No,
don't know,
I-
man.
Between
Bloaters
these
are,
two, I know who's winning.
Don't be racist.
bloaters are pretty strong.
Huh?
Bloaters are pretty strong. I'd put a bloater over an orc.
But
Yeah,
Joe doesn't fight one. Heads up.
He kills them in the game.
I'd put a cave troll
from
over.
far
a-
away.
If you know how not to get away. Now, I've ran and shotgun and ran and shotgun, ran and shotgun. I've gotten close. but
So
but you're right.
Legolas has
They
fought
do
Orakai
one-hit
hand
kill
to
if they
hand.
get their hand on you. You don't
I've
survive.
seen a bloater pull a dude's head from his shoulders.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
there's
kill
killed trolls.
Oh, there's
TV
Cave
Tommy.
trolls.
Yeah,
Cave trolls, exactly. Thank you.
Elephants. God.
Yeah.
Losers.
Right.
Oliphants.
That and then Gimli says that only counts as one.
We
That
all
only counts
right.
as one. See, he only killed one elephant.
we discussed a long time ago ammo being a factor. Half of the game is just opening drawers looking for ammo for
If
Joe.
ammo was a factor, Roland would have won with
Uh,
his growth bag.
We're
Just
being
Technically, that's not
roasted.
true.
That is a
Magic
poor
Man.
choice for naming that. I'm sorry.
But Legolas also has, I think, in his equipment.
But like sing
Hey,
it to
Steven's in the
Hearts.
chat. Don't talk shit.
Sing it to Heart's Magic Man, and it's great.
All right, let's not it's three
Let's-
3 hours and 10
yeah.
minutes, guys. Let's
Legolas,
just
go.
Yeah.
yeah. We got Joel. We got Legoland. All right, who wants to vote? Barrett just did. Barrett's voting Legolas. All right, Marie or Jekka.
I am going Joel.
I'm going Joel.
Might
Because
be
of
close.
flannel. Because I lived in Seattle for 3 years, and I have to vote flannel. Go ahead, Dom.
Legolas.
Frenchie. Oh, Frenchie
Oh.
will go. Screw it. Screw your
Oh, sorry.
Screw the order.
No, it's good. It's good.
Order.
We need a little anarchy around here.
Yeah, a little bit of anarchy. All right, then whoever. Somebody vote.
Joel.
Who said it this time? Down? See, when I don't know who to look for, I don't know who said it.
It's me. Jesus Christ.
Mario.
So, wait, who voted what? Now I'm lost.
Oh, this is what anarchy does.
Yeah, I screwed it. Dan's going Legolas, and Brandy's going Joel.
And John's going
Legolas. So I got 2 more votes for Legolas. Boom, boom. And 1 more vote for Joel. Frenchie, did you vote Legolas?
No, I just said now my third time.
So,
Joel.
Joel. Yeah.
So are we at 4-3 or
I'm
are we at
4-3.
Legolas 4? You're at Joel 4 though.
Yeah, with Frenchie, I'm at 4 for Joel.
Yeah, I misheard him the first time, I guess. All right, Dom.
Legolas.
We're at 4-4. Jekka and Dave still need to vote.
Legolas.
I think it's going to be a wash.
Joel.
You mean a tie?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Is that a wash? I thought a wash is like a.
Well, no,
Stop.
because
Well, you don't count any of them because.
essentially, Jekka and I could have both not voted. And it
Right,
went to
that's what I
Matt.
was talking
Oh. Well,
Never
right now we're
matter.
tied. So pretty much next person in the chat. Anyone in the chat who has not voted, you win it. We got either Legolas from Lord of the Rings
Pascal
or Joel.
We're not
No.
talking about Pedro Pascal. We're talking
don't
about
care.
Troy Baker.
Oh my god.
Joel Miller, played by catcalled Pedro Pascal.
He's not
No.
Pedro Pascal. That's
no,
not who
we're talking about the video
about.
game boy.
I don't like Legolas.
Full honky.
Wow.
Oh,
Why don't you channel 10-year-old Jekka and see who comes out on top?
And I
Bro.
would, and it is the same.
You mean the source of where her love for Joel comes from? Her childhood? What do you think that
My
conflict is
dad
from?
That
left,
game.
and this.
Oh,
Gary
okay, I see.
character-
You're like, what do you channel when you're? Oh,
Aaron
and
from
the husband comes in.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
always
wow.
to piss off Jekka.
This is not the
Brandy.
final I saw happening.
Divorce your husband.
No, it's not.
Divorce your husband.
Both of these two are just lucky to be.
Mel in the finals is such
How
a
dare you.
crazy.
There you
thing.
Legolas.
Both
All
of
right.
them are lucky to be here.
Do we need to even open up the votes?
Aaron has never been more wrong.
Legolas.
All right, we got. This is me trying to pitch Mel.
I don't
Trying
think
to-
Mal would argue Mal.
No, and should we just do a
Is
show
this
of hands?
seriously
Yeah,
the
let's go
final?
show hands.
This is seriously.
Is
it
Y'all
Mal
did this.
and
I hate when
Legolas?
everyone in here gets mad. It's like y'all did it.
I didn't do any of it.
No, I
Actually,
voted for Django
I
every chance I
did.
got.
I feel like Jekka didn't win one.
She did. She incited a riot and flipped the vote.
Yeah, she got.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
one
right.
time,
Straight
and
up
he's not even
pos-
here.
Oh, Brandy's voting Mel. John's voting
This is
Legolas.
ridiculous.
You
The
even
dynamic
split
duo
the
has
dream
split
team.
at last.
Yeah. Oh,
It would
I'll
take
send my
something
vote.
like
I'll
this.
send my vote right away. Set the tone. Now.
Brandy, you could do so much better.
all right.
Oh,
I think
how
Mal's gonna
dare
do
you.
better than people think.
I'm
He
good now.
already has.
No, I mean in this one though. Like this one's the most
Yeah.
popular.
All right, we got one vote from Legolas from John. Vote from Mel from Brandy, and then who already voted for Mel in
Lou
here?
voted for
Lou being a crazy man.
Like
Uh,
Legolas is lucky to win his half of the bracket, but Mal is confused as to how he got here.
Yeah.
And that's what he does.
I just kept shooting people.
Mal just goes.
1000% agree.
Yeah, so I'll put my vote out there also. Legolas.
Yeah.
Mal didn't even know he was running for this office.
Right.
He didn't
Welcome, Mr.
campaign.
President. I thought this was for mayor. Like,
He'd start his acceptance speech as, "Do I have to?"
Yeah.
did you vote for Legolas, Dave?
Hold
I did.
on. This isn't a speech off. This is
This
a
is
fight off. This isn't a speech off.
So
And
which one
Legolas
do you
doesn't
hate
speak.
less? Is what my question is.
That's an actual election, but no,
And
we're
that is
talking.
where
This
I
is,
am
this is actual democracy here.
calling my vote.
I do want to state that Legolas might have a bow and arrow, but he has a Moses Brothers self-defense engine
Oh
Frontier Model
yes,
B
that's very
Got
true.
guns.
Legolas has the power of
of
anti-gravity.
Galahad or whatever.
And like magic.
Here's the thing: if Legolas can beat Roland, he can beat Mal.
If
Okay.
Mel can beat through this whole side,
I mean, we're on switchies, so
Like,
all right. People
Are
vote.
we voting? Are we voting?
Yeah, we already.
Your vote.
Frenchie and Dave already did.
I
Jekka
thought
was.
we were doing hands. I thought we were just doing hands. That's why.
Yeah,
I thought, and then
Yeah,
people
let's go.
started.
Let's go hands.
Mal's throwing hands.
All right.
I will throw.
We're so just as long as Frenchie and Dave, who already voted, don't change their votes. Who's
That's more
voting Legolas?
Oh, right.
oh thank God.
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, yeah, I don't like Legolas.
4
but-
plus 2 in the chat.
Yeah,
which
it's
is a
6
number.
to 4. It'll be 6 to 4,
Okay.
right?
6 to 2.
No,
No, but yeah, but
Marie, Jekka, and Frenchie.
well, yeah, I didn't count them yet. Then you count. All
I'm
right.
sorry. I'm
So then we got
We're the
Jekka,
cool people.
Frenchie, and Marie. So that's 5 with the 2 Mels in the chat. So we're
Let
at
me
6
see.
to 5.
I've only got 1.
I got one Mal. Yeah, in the chat.
Oh, well, then I'm wrong. So we got 6 to 4.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want it out there that like Brandy voted.
Yes.
Yeah, this the
Yes.
That's the
Legolas.
Yes.
No.
Gross.
Put it up there, Taco. Put it up there. Put that gift
I
up there.
canceled the show.
Put that
John's
gift up
yelling at me now. Put her up there, Taco. All right.
there. That's right. Look at that.
Look at that, man.
He doesn't
was
even
a
look
favorite.
confident in that gift.
He's not even a gunslinger, damn it.
Yeah.
That's the best part. That is the best part.
Taco,
That's
you
the
have no one
worst
to blame
part.
for that for yourself, though.
I know.
Oh, wait, you're on my side. Never mind. You did a great job, Taco.
Boo.
I agree.
I
He's
did not
confused
think
because the
that.
guy
I'll
he
be
was going to
honest.
shoot
I
died before he
wanted
even shot him.
anyone but Nicholas to win. Anyone.
Me
There you
too.
You were a never Legolasser?
Nope. Sorry, Don.
It's fine.
He wanted him to get Lego last.
Oh,
I got
Legolas
some-
joins the Prestige Hall of Fame as Machamp, Hawkeye, Emperor Palpatine, Bill Cipher, Dark Willow, who was a mismatch, Beowulf, T-800, and now Legolas.
Wow.
I hope that
Love
you
it.
eventually have a of all time, and I hope
No,
that
the
Legolas
Machamp is just
won
gonna-
first
Yeah.
round.
And then
Well,
Dark
Bill
Willow
Cipher.
We
just
already know how that
wins.
ends.
I don't think Dark Willow can beat Bill Cipher.
Machamp
I don't know.
with his 4 punchers.
Mischief managed. All right, we aimed to misbehave, and we made it all the way to the finals. Everybody, thank you for watching. We went for 3 hours and 20 minutes. For the few of you who stayed in the chat the entire time, you guys are amazing. You are the best. For the people who couldn't make it because they had a migraine, but you still stayed in the chat the entire time, thank you, Brandy. We wish you were here, but I'm glad that you were still able to vote. And yeah, she's just saying Machamp now.
Yep.
We're not even doing.
Par for the
People are
course.
now just voting for fights that don't exist
Like,
anymore.
she's got a lot of opinion.
We still want to vote.
If there's
Um,
of all time Geek Gauntlet, I hope Machamp wins.
We would
And
have to take
all
out-
that I can. I will
We
like
would have to take out Bill Cipher
everybody that I know to make sure we'll punch
Who
him.
is Bill Cipher?
from Gravity Falls. He won our God tier match. So like Rick Sanchez, Superman, Goku, they were all in it, and Bill
Yeah.
Cipher from Gravity
It was
Falls.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
think Dark Willow could give him a run, but
Yeah.
Maybe. I apparently really miscast the Dark Willow, and I screwed
As
up.
long as Legolas doesn't win the ultimate one, I'm good.
Well, we'll have
Oh, he will.
Legolas versus
I'll be
First
Hawkeye
round,
in that.
Legolas.
Coming
Well,
back
we'll
for
start
that.
at Legolas Hawkeye. Okay, guys. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Let's try to do plugs for channels quickly. And I could try to do them if you guys don't mind. We have Marie Wilson, who has an amazing channel called Afro's Artifacts, where she digs into the queer side of Star Wars. And she has a blog at, you just say it, Marie.
thestarsreview.blogspot.com, and episode 100 of Afra's Artifacts just came out today. So,
Yes.
yay!
Heck yes.
Awesome.
And then if you skip down to the bottom, and I believe Don's about to go do a show. They're waiting on him, and right?
No, we're good.
Oh, they just gave up on you? All right.
I told him go ahead.
Don's over at the Multiverse of Geekdom. He is the interim head geek. But yeah, you got anything you want to add besides that? Anything going on your channel right now, Don?
Yeah, look out for Titans of the Turf coming this week, the draft. We're really
heck
excited
yeah.
about it. So please
And,
check that out, guys.
Frenchie's
Really excited.
pretty highly involved in that too,
Yes,
I believe.
yes.
Frenchie, are you got anything going? Are you still?
I mean, I'm working a lot on John's channel. I'm working a lot with Tuck right now to figure out Titans. Just want to say, Mo, I don't know if you're going to be listening to this, but can't wait to beat you, bro.
There we go. Dave, do you still do stuff over at Northern Entertainment Group?
yeah, I still do. Every Tuesday, I'm over on Northern Entertainment Group talking TV news and recaps on Have You Seen This? We're talking. March is a crazy time to be a television fan.
Oh,
so
yeah.
come on over every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, to hear us talk about anything that's going on in TV right now, including when I say, "Hey, watch Bad Batch, guys." And they say, none of us watch Bad Batch. And I'm like,
No,
okay.
none of us watch Bad Batch.
But
Marie
also,
That bitch is so good.
I love
My
Bad
favorite-
Batch. But
My
also,
favorite TV is
Dawn,
Box.
me and Jedi Master Tuck, I work with him over on the Geekdom Initiative over on his channel, Multiverse of Geekdom. We're about to finish up our season 1 rewatch of Lost with Exodus next week. So
Nice.
come over there and check that out.
And Dave, when you guys talk about Succession season 4, hit me up, yo.
We definitely.
I mean, I'm rewatching Succession to get ready
Me
for
too.
it.
I'm I don't think I'm gonna be able
Anyone
to finish it.
have anything else they want to say before we end it? I think I
got
talked
a couple
to.
things.
Okay, go ahead.
On my Twitter.
Yeah. I got 3 bands. I'm gonna have some music actually recorded pretty soon.
Nice.
The one that has some online right now is called The Stolen Years. You can look us up on SoundCloud. It's gonna be in more places soon. And I'm also doing a TED Talk coming up, so you should look that up.
There you go.
About whipping?
Yep, about whipping and
About
other
whipping,
things. So whipping, biting, things. So.
Fair enough.
Jekka, do you have anything you want to say?
I have a Twitter. It's funny. Sometimes.
It's called Ginger Vice, and it is.
Ginger_Vice. And
Yeah.
like one day soon, when I'm done with college, I'll have a YouTube channel and it'll be hyped on there. And then Brandy has a channel called For Shame Not Honor, the number 4.
Yeah.
And it's on a day that she said.
And they do D&D over there, so go check that out.
That's what
That's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we play Pokemon.
Yeah, and then of course, yeah. I don't need to pitch my channel on my channel, but we will be going on with our Pokemon role-playing game on our channel until the game's done. So yeah. And yeah, let's say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
3 hours.
Bye, everybody.
Remember how I said this will be an easy one? All right, guys. See ya.
Only 3.5.
Yeah. And bye.